Hey everyone, Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and I am Ethan Van Sciver, your host. Let me get the chat up here. Let's see what's going on. Hi, I've just been down here working, getting stuff done, getting crazy stuff done, talking business, making moves, making plans. Scratching my back with this. Look at this beautiful back scratcher here. I don't know what this is for. I'm not really sure. I think it's a massager. Wait, let me see. Doesn't feel that good. It doesn't feel that good. Hello, everyone. Let me turn the volume. I can barely hear myself in my own headphones. Oh, there you go. I was turning the volume the wrong way. That is the problem. Well, hey everyone. I'm glad to see you. I'm sorry I didn't do a video today. I was thinking about doing one, but then I decided just to keep my head down and keep working. But there was some big news today. Not big news, but fun news. This is the kind of stuff that everybody talks about on Twitter, and it's amusing to people. It makes people laugh. Hello, Achuris. He says, hey, Ethan. Uh-oh. Somebody's going to try to show me a picture of a Wang. JG says, Hail Caesar, everyone is live. What the hell? Oh, they are? I didn't know that. Mild Peril says, you interrupted me from Jimmy Dory live. Well, that's okay. You don't need to be there. Burton says, yeah, Renfamous got banned. That is correct. Renfamous. This is the funny thing. I mean, look, let's go over this. Let's talk about this because I have mixed feelings about it. You would think that I wouldn't have mixed feelings about it. You would think that I would have just regular feelings about it. This is down goes Lauren Renfamous Cooper. Comicsgate Ascendant. Renfamous's account suspended. Now, Renfamous's account should be suspended. I'm sure that this human being, one of the most vile, loathsome human beings on the internet, and also kind of sad. Like, I mean, just sad. People are looking for love in all the wrong places. She's one of them. She spends her days all day long, if you don't know her, basically attacking and launching these kind of tirades against people who she doesn't agree with. Gators. She's like, I don't like gators. I don't like these gators. Anyone who is kind of right of center, which is ironic because Renfamous is rather known for being right of center in her old career as a Republican operative, whose job it was to make people angry enough that they'll flip out. And, it's like, hey, look, this is a good way to bring attention to my message by harassing someone until they tell me to shut the F up or blow their cool. And then suddenly I'm in the spotlight. I'm Lauren Cooper. I'm getting my message out there for whoever I'm working for. Well, Renfamous has decided that, she is going to spend most of her time attacking Comicsgate and attacking people who support Vic Mignogna. And look, some people love her for that. I don't like her at all for that. I think that's pretty obnoxious. Anyway, her account was suspended this morning. I woke up to this and I got a good laugh about it. I didn't realize that mine was the #1 tweet about this. 790. Jesus. It wasn't even that big of a deal. Eric July, another person who she kind of attacked and got his account suspended. Look, he says, remember that chick who led the brigade that mass reported a post of mine, which ended up in my account being locked? Try to look up her account at Renfamous. Sucks to suck. Let me just look at that real quick. Let me see. Sorry, that user has been suspended. That account has been suspended. So no, you can't. You can't look up that right now. And then I was going to do a video about it. I made a great, I made a great thumbnail. I made a great thumbnail about this. I was going to make a video about Renfamous getting suspended, but it just doesn't rise to the level of Star Wars news. It doesn't really rise to the level of, Captain Marvel, MCU news and opinion. It's not about Cyberfrog. It doesn't really matter. It's not something that should go on my channel. But I did make a funny, if I was going to make a video about it, this would have been the thumbnail. And here it is, Renfamous saying, when you follow me on Twitter, you take on a debit. No, a debt. A debit you owe me personally. Each and every one of you owes me 100 Nazi scalps, 5 a day, every day. And don't forget to at me with a screen cap of the suspended locked account report you get the next day. Here you go. Here's her scalp. And here's the account suspended. Renfamous, 1. Here's 1. I owe you 4 more. You and your friends. Bugnish Bachwinkle says, Vini Vidi Vici Ave Caesar. Thank you. Appreciate that. And again, look at this. So as it turns out, the weirdness of this, this is really, this is so bad. Like, why did she get suspended? Well, here's why she got suspended, as it turns out. She got suspended because somebody called her a dude. Somebody thought that she was... People like to say that Renfamous is formerly a man. You know, she is trans. I don't think that's true. I don't know. I've never met her. I don't know for sure, but she says it's not true. And so I've never really gotten into that. I've never said, yeah, you're... No, I don't do that. That's not what I do. I don't misgender people. But some people do. And somebody said, you know, you were a man. And she said, look at this, asterisk lady, smiley face. And that's what happened, because she was suspended because she corrected someone for ostensibly misgendering her. And Twitter went, no, you're misgendering yourself. You are a man. That's what they did. I mean, that's essentially what they did. They suspended her account for misgendering herself when she claimed that she was a lady. I mean, if I were a cruel man, I would laugh. I would laugh much harder at that. So let me go through that again. Somebody said, you're a man. She said, no, I'm a lady. And then Twitter, which basically, you know, has rules, and these are hard and fast rules. Twitter has basically said there is no misgendering. Okay, do not misgender anyone on Twitter, or you're going to get your account suspended. That is a rule. So if you want to keep your account on Twitter, don't play those games. Don't play those stupid games of messing around and you know, if trans people want to be called a woman or a man, you call them what they want to be called, or just ignore them altogether. But don't, if you want to keep your Twitter account, those are the rules. That's fine. Renfamous was unable to play by those rules because somebody called her a man, and she said, no, I'm a lady, and Twitter said, no, you're a man, and you're suspended. Unbelievable. Now, wait. Oh God, I hate this. I can't stand Twitter. All right, so now this disappointed me. I gotta say, this didn't make me happy, because I believe in fair play. I like it when my enemies suffer, but I want them to suffer because they're terrible people. Renfamous is a terrible person. She should be suspended because she's a harasser. She's a full-time harasser. That is her job. That is what she gets paid for. She sits at home and she spends all day long on Twitter trying to make it so that people like me go through hell. We can't make a living. We get deplatformed. You know, all of this stuff. That's what she does. That's all she does. She spends her day devoted to making people miserable. And that's just reality. That's who she is. Dude, that is who she is. She spends all of her energy trying to make people miserable that she doesn't agree with. That is a sick human being. That is a sick human being. So again, Renfamous said, somebody said to Renfamous, you're a man. And she said, no, I'm not. I'm a lady. And Twitter said, no, you're a man. By the way, does this mean if Lauren is a woman, and I think she is, I've not, like, again, let me just say, let me preface this, I've never met her. I don't know for sure, but I take her at her word that she was born a woman, and that's fine, and that's what she wants to be. She's happy with that. She is cisgendered, as they say. Should Twitter ban itself at this point? Did Twitter just misgender Renfamous? Does the whole site go down? Did we just find a hole in the matrix? I mean, you know, is this the end of Twitter? All right. So I said, so Renfamous got suspended because someone misgendered her. She corrected them, and Twitter agreed she wasn't a lady. I said, okay, that's evil. As much as I hate to say it, Renfamous got screwed over. Twitter does need to fix this. It isn't fair. She does deserve to be suspended, but she needs to be suspended for her constant, nonstop harassment, not because she is or is not a woman. That is not the issue here. Now, I know, and I don't get involved in this. You know, it's like Renfamous to me. I'll pop in every now and then and I'll dunk on her, but she's not that important. You know, I know what her job is. I know what her mission is. Her and her other weirdo SJW Spider-Man, hero to dummies, hero to SJW dummies who depend on her. I don't know, their job is to basically harass Comicsgate, harass you know, Republicans, harass people, make I don't know, make people have a bad time. And there are some weirdos who follow and go, "Yay, thank you for doing that on our behalf. Thank you for being an asshole for us. Yay, you're good at being an asshole." I don't really, you know, I don't follow this stuff. Both of them are blocked, but I do get word from people. People send me screenshots. That's how I found out about this. Not that big of a deal, but yeah, she should not. You know, these people should not be on Twitter. They shouldn't be platformed on Twitter when their whole existence is about stalking, harassing, abusing. All of this just shouldn't be. Yeah, Renfamous, who has now been booted from Twitter for harassment. By the way, deplatform hate is her whole thing. Deplatform hate. She got deplatformed. I don't really know what. Here's what this is about. Yeah, so these guys, these guys set about to just stalk my YouTube, and they report my videos nonstop. They report my videos for content. My videos, and this one in particular, my representation, Star Wars, SJW Star Wars author invites other SJW weirdos to add themselves to Star Wars. What could possibly go wrong? This is one of my funniest videos, according to you guys. I didn't think it was that funny. I laughed at it, but I didn't know that I did that good of a job. You guys think I did a great job. You gave me, ordinarily, here's how it works. These are the stats, okay? Here's how you know you made a good video. 1 in 10 people click thumbs up. Now, I have found that getting 10% of people who watch your video to actually click thumbs up is difficult. It's very, very, very difficult. People don't want to click thumbs up. They don't want to click thumbs up. They watch your videos and they just want to get out of there as soon as they can. They they don't want to click thumbs up. Shaku Forever, thanks for $5. Says, how does Twitter know what misgendering is when blue hairs themselves can't even agree on a single definition with a finite number of genders? LMAO. These are good questions. I don't know why Twitter wants to get into this business. So here's how you know you got a good video. If you get 10% thumbs up and then you get 1% thumbs down. Okay, no, 10% thumbs up, 1% thumbs down. That means you did good. Okay, there are always going to be weirdos who come in and thumb down your video, especially if you're me. Like, some people just make it a mission to constantly just go in, find my videos, click thumbs down. I know that. They're about, you know, there are just a few of them. Look at this video. 27,972 views at the time that I took this picture. It's probably a little more than that now. You guys are good. You watch my videos. Look at this. Look at the number of comments, by the way. 1,933 comments. These are people saying, that was funny. I peed myself. Okay, so these are all positive, by the way. These are all positive. Look at this. This is more than 10% of this. This is much more. This is much more. This is like 15% thumbs up. So more than 10% of the people watch this video and click thumbs up on it. I couldn't be more happy with that. That's phenomenal. 3,417 people clicked thumbs up. They took the time after watching the video or during the video to actually hit that thumbs up. And by the way, if you guys are watching now and you're happy to be here, could you click thumbs up on this video? Hit that melee button, as Jeremy says from Geeks and Gamers. I don't play video games. I don't know what it's the melee button where you punch someone or kick someone. Yeah. Yeah. So 86 thumbs down is a very small percentage. Somebody points out that it's 0.307%. That is much less than 1%. This could be 279 thumbs down. That's what it could be to still be a good video. And it's 86 thumbs down. So that is a phenomenal, phenomenal ratio. Renfamous, who has now been booted from Twitter for harassment, #deplatform hate, and her goofy pal SJW Spider-Man worked pretty hard to false flag my video yesterday. And I'm outraged to have to report that, nope, it's still up and getting clicks. Thanks, everyone. Frog flag shrug. No, frog rainbow flag shrug. By the way, I'm going to make a shirt that says shrug frog rainbow. No, Yeah, shrug rainbow frog. Shrug rainbow frog. We've talked about this. We know what this means. Mike Jenkins says, "Read my chat." E. Did I miss your chat? I'll read some super chats in 1 second. Let me tell you about this. This is the important thing. Spooky Mulder says that video had me in stitches. LOL. One of your best, Uncle E. Thank you. And these people want to deny you. Do you understand? These people work day and night to try to make it so that I can't make you laugh. Hey, Umbrella Guy, how you doing? Umbrella Guy's in the chat. Welcome. It's an honor to have you here. These people work day and night to make it so that I am censored and I cannot entertain you over coffee. That's not fair. What a bunch of a-holes. How is that fair? Okay, so here's what it is. These are the 3 emojis that you need to understand. And by the way, when you are using Twitter, be sure to use these all the time. Slacker, hi. Yes, this is live. I'm right here. I can see your chat. It doesn't feel live because I'm such a professional broadcaster. I'm really good at talking. And it just seems like, wow, has this video been edited together by professionals? Ethan sounds so good. He sounds so on the ball. That's why. It's called skill. All right, so a bunch of a-holes trying to stop you. This is the only thing that we have. We can only fight these people with wit and emojis. And what are these emojis? Because they use these all the time. The shrug is an SJW emoji. The rainbow flag is an SJW emoji. The frog is them saying you. Well, the frog has something to do with you're all right, but of course for me it just means cyber frog. It means the strength and power of cyber frog. So here's what this is, and you can do these in any order. Frog, gay rights now. I don't give a shit. That's what this means. Frog, gay rights now. I don't give a shit. Umbrella Guy, thanks for $2. Hey there, let's laugh at Ren. Press L to laugh. If you want to laugh at Renfamous, go ahead and press L. Now officially, Twitter has Twitter has gendered Renfamous. I wouldn't say misgendered at this point because I believe Twitter. I have to believe Twitter. So if you believe Twitter, if you want to laugh at Renfamous, go ahead and hit L. Twitter has basically said in response to some troll who said, "You're a man." Renfamous said, "I ain't no man. I'm a lady." And Twitter said, "Hell with that. Stop. You can't do that. Stop misgendering. You are no lady. You are no lady at the very least." So, again, this is what it all comes down to. These 3 things: frog, shrug, gay rights now. The shrug means I don't give a shit. Okay, so whenever you tweet anything, do that. People say, "How are you?" And I tell people I am a hero to the gay community. I am a hero to the LGBT community. A hero. There's some weirdos that are like, "You're a homophobe." Since when am I a homophobe? Prove it. Hero to the gay community. I've got a friend here who comes through with the proof. This is proof. Look at this. 2013, March 26th. Support the freedom of your fellow Americans. I am a straight ally and support marriage equality. Boom. SJWism right here, right out of me. You can't deny that. You can't deny my SJWism. Look at my gay friends all saying, yeah, thanks, Ethan. Thanks for all your support. Heroic. Heroic at this point. I think it's fairly clear. Renfamous without Twitter. All of Twitter is making fun of Renfamous right now. Why is she talking about the appearance of others? Renfamous literally looks like a potato with a blue wig. Well, that's not nice. Potatoes are, well, maybe she's pale. She's super pale. Maybe a skinned potato in a blue wig. Here's what Renfamous does. Renfamous basically brags about getting other people banned. This is why it's funny. This is why people like it. Because Renfamous brags about getting other people banned all the time. Now she's banned. Klein Dropper, thanks for $5. Rainbow Brute is a bit on the chubby side. And where's Rainbow Clothes, for Christ's sakes? Could there be a better hero for these SJWs to look up to? No. No. It is a fine assessment of what Rainbow Brute is. Rainbow Brute's all man, by the way. The idea that Rainbow Brute is gay is wrong. He's not. He's not gay. He is all man. That's right. Mary Lola Pando Kubar, smooch, smooch, represent. Now she got, I guess she was suspended for abusive behavior. Everyone's excited. Look at this, fam. You did it. Everyone is taking credit. Everyone's taking credit for getting Renfamous suspended. Oh, this isn't nice at all. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't know about that. But again, this is a big moment on Twitter for people. People are excited about it. I don't know. I don't know how big of a deal it is, but everyone else is really having a good day today. Everyone else is laughing. Everyone's enjoying Renfamous being banned. Everyone is hoping that she doesn't come back for a long time. Now, Renfamous said she is using this time to take a vacation. Renfamous does have another account. It's called Renfamous X. Renfamous X. And she is able, obviously, to use Twitter, to see Twitter and all this stuff. But I think she's going to use the time that she is banned to get some revenge of some sort, mass report people, cause trouble, etc., etc. So I don't know. I like it. You know, I'm not saying I don't like it. I certainly do like it. It is fun. Do I think that she was banned for justice? No, I want her to be banned for the right reasons. I don't want her to be banned for anything where she has a right to say, well, you know, look, I was banned illegally. That didn't make sense. It wasn't fair. No, it is fair. You should have been banned, obviously. But not for this. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe for this. I don't know anymore. I don't know. What am I? Do I make the rules? I think one thing I've established is that I do not make the rules around here, but I do follow them. I follow the rules. In the meantime, Chuck Wendig is very busy. Chuck Wendig is very busy talking about how Lord of the Rings is for crackers. Chuck Wendig. By the way, if you don't know who Chuck Wendig is, he is he's another one. Chuck Wendig is another crazy SJW soy boy. I mean, he is a soy boy, dude. He's a soy boy. Most of his avatars used to be him with his mouth wide open, soylent grin. Ever since he was fired from Lucasfilm, Star Wars, Marvel, where he was writing Darth Vader comics, or he was supposed to write Darth Vader comics, he was fired for abusive language on Twitter, and it was abusive. I mean, he was saying crazy stuff. I made videos about it. You can go watch those videos. By the way, I want to point out to you guys that I did something very patriotic for this channel. 989 people watching right now. I want to let you guys know that I unprivated and I made public every single live stream that was on my channel. So now, a lot of people would say, why? Why do you keep taking your live streams down? Well, because they really hurt the algorithm. Well, you care about the algorithm more than your fans. And I was like, oof, that's a dagger right in my heart. It's a dagger right in my heart. What do you mean I care about my algorithm more than the fans? I don't. I love the fans. So I went through, and as far as I know, I went back a long way. I went all the way back to last May in terms of videos. I didn't go past that yet, but I will if I need to. And I just kind of published everything. So literally everything that there is. And there were some live streams that did get deleted because their content probably would have gotten my channel struck. But everything else, as far as I know, everything is public now. So you guys can go back if you want to, and you can find whatever live streams. And there was some interesting stuff. I called this one Tico Pass Return Live because I was watching one from May just before I went live just to hear how different I sounded. You know, May of last year called Tico Pass Live Forever, which was so fun to listen to. My studio was still upstairs. You know, it wasn't down in the basement yet. And I was just like, hey guys, you know, my voice was a little bit different. So I wanted to let you guys know, all of this content is now available again. It's all available. And I don't know. I did it for you guys. I did it because I care. All right. So Chuck Wendig, by the way. So Chuck Wendig, a man with a temper, a man who puts his foot in his mouth more than well, I mean, more than anyone else that I've ever seen. And he's always getting in trouble for the things that he says, and then he's crying about it. This guy blames me for everything, by the way. You know, I'm not the only one who thinks Chuck Wendig's an idiot. Not by a long shot. I'm not even close to being the only one who thinks Chuck Wendig's an idiot. For goodness sakes, everyone thinks he's an idiot. Just because I made a video or two about Chuck Wendig, I chronicle Star Wars news. If somebody is acting like an idiot about Star Wars, I chronicle it. I let people know. I have an obligation to my audience. That's what people don't understand. Chuck doesn't understand that I have an obligation to you guys. And if he acts like a clown, if he acts like a buffoon, I have to tell you. What if I don't tell you? If I didn't tell you, I wouldn't have a channel for very long. It's absolutely crazy. So Chuck Wendig, again, loads on. Let me do my Chuck Wendig voice. Loads on unpopular opinion shotgun. Tried to read Lord of the Rings a bunch and just couldn't get through it. World building is not plot. The bigger the series, the likelier it is that it unspools into minutia and footnotes and chaos. Killing characters is a cheap way of building emotional effect. Read The Expanse instead. Yeah. Take that, J.R.R. Tolkien, you right-wing Trump-supporting piece of shit. Take that. And here are the here are the reviews of Chuck Wendig's books. Someone please rewrite this story. I tried to like it. Sometimes the rules of written English are there for a reason. I'm really hesitant to say it sucks, but I don't think there's any other word. Chuck, there's no other word. Chuck, she was trying to find another word for your book. She couldn't help it. Like, she was like, is there another word other than sucks? Chuck Wendig's out there bashing on J.R.R. Tolkien. Tolkien. Let's see. Your feasting is too long. Your world is too white and male and straight. And ironically, not fantastic enough. What happened in medieval England is not relevant. Bashing on other authors, classics. Read 85 plus Star Wars novels, couldn't finish this one. By the way, that review was written in October 25th, 2015. That review was written way before any Chuck Wendig blowback. I mean, these are just objective reviews of Chuck Wendig's work. These are not biased reviews. These are not people who hate Chuck Wendig or anything like that. That's just, Chuck Wendig's fans struggling to get through his work. All right. Chuck Wendig and his pal Lindsay Merska say Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones are bad stories because world building isn't plot and they're too white, male, and straight. This is Data Racer 117, by the way, great guy. Lindsay isn't a published author and she begs her Twitter followers for money. Chuck got fired from Star Wars and his books were terrible. This is a fair assessment. This is all a fair assessment. Let's look up this person who's bashing the Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is bad, actually. Grimdark isn't the problem. It's the people who write Grimdark, white, cis, non-queer men. Oh, God forbid. God forbid that, people who are not cis, who are not queer, write Grimdark, that are the problem. So we're the problem. Most fantasy worlds aren't very well built. I don't think white authors should start rating other cultures' histories because they're bored of what they think medieval Europe was. I think white authors need to understand medieval Europe better. Hey, if you're having fun, consider leaving a small tip so I can feed my cats. Coffee.com. PayPal me, Lindsay Beth. Let me feed my cats. How many fucking cats do you have? How many cats do you have? Do you annoy the hell out of them too? What on earth is going on with these people? Help me feed my cats so I can continue to bash on authors that are way better than me. Hey, Data Racer's in the chat. Welcome. Data Racer 117. I tell you, I have a terrible time saying numbers. It's my little, flaw. Data Racer 117. Give him a follow, guys. He's in the chat right now. He says he's 600 follows away from getting verified. So yeah, follow him. What a bunch of weirdos. Why do these people just beg for tips? Hey, El Gato? Is it El Gato, the cat? Is it just one cat or is it 17 cats? Why don't you produce something? Why don't you produce something for money? Why are you begging from feed your cats? Well, you both probably eat from the same bowl. You both probably eat the same thing at this point. Most of these people do. Most of these lunatics, most of these SJWs at this point are eating cat food. They haven't figured out the work thing yet. They haven't figured out how to actually maintain an audience, a paying audience, with their work, and therefore, yeah, they are eating cat food. All right, so a lot of stuff going on with Star Wars. I'm pretty excited because I received my Star Wars in Celebration badge today. I get to go to Star Wars in Celebration and see all the incels. Now, some people are making rules out there for us. I do appreciate it. I need to know what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do when it comes to my behavior at Star Wars in Celebration. Fortunately, again, there are people out there that are instructing me. They're giving me rules. They're letting me know. Oh, why? Why does this happen? Why is everybody so weird? Why does everybody push each other around? Why are there people out there that just want to do nothing but I don't know, they want to feel in charge. They want to control society. Let me see if I can find this. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. How come I'm always having trouble finding exactly what I want when I want it? I'm really getting irritated with this. So you're in the chat. You know what I'm looking for, right? Did you send it to me? Let me just check. Data Racer is an incredible resource. He's just an incredible resource. I don't know if I can find it. Forget it. Let's move on to something else. Well, anyway, Bryan Young. Data Racer, if you can find it, it's the Bryan Young instruction manual for how to behave at Star Wars Celebration. And he hates to have to tell us. He hates to have to be the one to lay the smackdown. But he does have rules. If you want to hang out with Bryan Young, if you want to be Bryan Young's friend, you got to get with his friends. Oh, here we go. Bryan Young once again. Let me see. Somebody else posted it here. Oh, this is great. Okay, I found it. Don't worry. Don't worry, everyone. You don't have to worry. And Data Racer, I got it. God damn it. I'm telling you, I am a professional broadcaster. I want you guys to know. All right, here we go. From somebody named Matt Vader. Bryan Young, once again, being passive-aggressive, doing his thing about fans going to Celebration. No one is going to threaten you, man. Here is his long, rambling tweet thread to view since most of you are blocked, and I am blocked. I am blocked. He's going to hate all of the Soylo shirts. LOL, so toxic. Let me explain something. If you have a Soylo shirt, if you have a Fandom shirt, if you are going to Star Wars Celebration, do not forget to wear your apparel. I want to see you out there. I'm going to be there walking around. I'm going to be wearing my Fandom shirt. If you've got one, let me know who you are. Wear it. Be there. Stand up to these weirdos. Let me explain why. This is why you need to wear it, because you've got people like this. Bryan Young, Swankmotron Young, a guy who, at this point, he writes for StarWars.com. This weirdo is a complete and total SJW who would sell out his own best friend and his business partner to appease SJWs. And by the way, the SJWs who he tried to appease still threw him under the bus, still persecuted him, still accused him of going to sex chats with underage Star Wars fans. That's what he got. They're holding that over his head in case he gets out of line again. And he's trying so hard to not get, go out of line. Who sells these shirts? You better go quick. Go to, what's it called? CryptoFashion.com. Look up Ethan Van Sciver t-shirts or look up Comic Artist Pro Secrets t-shirts at CryptoFashion.com. You're going to get a whole selection of, Fandom Menace themed Star Wars t-shirts. Make sure that you get yours so that you've got your uniform for the convention. These people need to see how vast we are. At this point, we need to kind of show our numbers amongst these people. Most people are just going to go there to enjoy themselves, but there are going to be politically minded weirdos. And by the way, we are going there to enjoy ourselves as well. There are going to be people like Bryan Young who will be dispirited to see a lot of Fandom Menace in the crowd. One thing to note about Star Wars Celebration. It's exactly that. It's a place for fans to celebrate Star Wars and each other. If your intention is anything different than that, then maybe Celebration isn't for you. Maybe Celebration's not for you. It's not a place for rabble-rousing or putting other fans down. It's not a place to complain and moan about what you didn't like about Star Wars. It's a place to celebrate. It's a place to celebrate. Celebrate Star Wars. Why won't you celebrate Star Wars? Stop rabble-rousing. Stop putting fans down. It's important to remember that things that you may dislike about the saga are not in any way universally disliked. Don't show up in a costume with Jar Jar's head on a platter. There are kids there whose favorite part of Star Wars is Jar Jar, and they don't need to see that. They don't need to see Jar Jar's head on a platter. There are going to be kids there. There are going to be kids there. If Reylo isn't your thing, this isn't the place to litigate that. Reylo, not your thing? You don't like Rey and Kylo Ren fucking? This isn't the time or the place to make that clear, okay? If The Last Jedi isn't your thing, this is not the place to litigate that. Whatever is not your thing is not the place to litigate that. Well, Bryan, if that's the case, Star Wars Celebration is not the place to litigate hating the Fandom Menace. And we are going to be there, Bryan. You're going to see us around every corner. Bryan, you're going to see the Fandom Menace everywhere. Bryan, you might even see me. Yes. Yes. Bryan, I don't want to cause you to have pre-traumatic stress disorder. But Bryan, you might see me. You might see the Phantom Menace. Pre-traumatic stress disorder. Maybe I'm just extra wary this year because of all the threats of violence and intimidation I've received over the last year because I, checks notes, like Star Wars. But this is the place for everyone, young and old. Young and old. Especially young. Especially young. The younger the better. How old are you? You like shipping? Yeah. You like Kylo Ren? Talk to me about how you like Kylo Ren and his lightsaber. Talk to me about how you like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. How big is Kylo Ren's lightsaber? How old are you again? Did you graduate high school? This is the place for everyone, young and old, to find common ground and love Star Wars. Love Star Wars. If you're not there to love Star Wars, or if you're there to harass or intimidate, or get involved in fan wars of any kind, maybe rethink the money you're spending on the con and spend that money on something that will bring you joy that isn't at the expense of others. God, Bryan sounds worried. Looking at the chat. Sorry, I'm keeping going. You guys can't stop me from this. I'm on a roll now. This has to be the best thing I've ever. I should have made a whole video about this. Now I'm going to do it for you guys. I'm doing it live. You guys have to appreciate the fact that I am, not only am I the Rush Limbaugh of Star Wars, not only am I the Howard Stern of Star Wars, I am also the Orson Welles of Star Wars. I like to eat a lot. That's true. But also, I can do it on the fly. I'm an incredible performer. I'm an incredible performer. If you're enjoying this performance, even though it's making you uncomfortable, either in your heart or in your pants, let's click that thumbs up right now. Just give me a thumbs up. Hit that melee button. If you are enjoying the Bryan Young performance, as Bryan Young tells you how to behave at Star Wars Celebration, click that thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. That's right. Rose Tico Bud. Yes. Rose Tico Bud. Rose Tico Bud. Mm. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Hey, do not give me the strength. Don't give me the flex emoji. We want the shrug emoji. The I don't give a shit. The shrug. Just shrugs in the chat. Just shrug it off. Shrug. So I will be there. So I will be there celebrating Star Wars. I've been to every North American celebration except for 4, which I still regret. And they're always the best time. The intimidation tactics haven't worked and they won't. If you are there getting harassed or intimidated, Star Wars Celebration volunteers should be able to help. I'm going to all of the Star Wars Celebration volunteers to let them know that I am being harassed and intimidated by Bryan Young. If you are in the Fandom Menace, I want you to go, and you're going to Star Wars Celebration. I need you to find the Star Wars Celebration volunteers, and I need you to let them know that you are being harassed and intimidated by Bryan Young. Bryan Young is telling you what you can wear, what you can't wear, how you can feel, what you can talk about. This is harassment. This is harassment. We must stand together as a community against the harassment and intimidation of Swankmotron. We must do it. This is going to be a safe place, Bryan. A lot of people right now are feeling intimidated by Bryan Young. If you're feeling intimidated by Bryan Young right now, can I get a frog emoji? Can I get a frog emoji? Ooh, I love that. Shrug rainbow frog. Shrug rainbow frog. I want to know. A lot of people are feeling intimidated by him right now. Jason Stevens, thanks for 88 Hong Kong. What do they have in Hong Kong? Uncle E is the reason Orson's Martians invaded New Jersey. You better believe it. My hometown was mentioned. Merchantville, New Jersey was mentioned in the original. That's where I grew up. Jay Hamilton says, aren't you going, Ethan? I'm going. I'm going anyway. I'm going. I don't care what Bryan Young says. I'm not afraid of Bryan Young. I'll go to Star Wars Celebration volunteers. They're going to help me. They're going to help me. It's going to be a safe place from Bryan Young, and I'm going to the volunteers. Jared Mitchell says, thanks for $10. Says, hey, Ethan, I found your channel through your interviews with Chuck Dixon. Have you seen Dixon's return to Air Boy on Indiegogo? This continues the run that got him noticed by DC almost 30 years ago. That sounds cool. If he wants to come on here, he can do it. A lot of people are feeling intimidated. A lot of frog emojis right now. A lot of people feeling intimidated by Bryan Young. Dead Privacy says, Bryan Young touched my no-no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Let's get you an HBO documentary. I want to hear the whole story. 2-part HBO documentary, 4 hours long. What did Bryan Young do to you? I don't know. Darth Mauling says, EVS, are you upset that Rose Tico is not on the leaked poster for episode 9? Yes. She was harassed off the poster by me. That's what people are saying now. People are saying that she was on the poster, but she saw my video of me cutting one of her action figures in half, and she left the poster. She was on the poster. She's not on the poster now because of me, because of what I did with scissors. God damn it. I'm this close to Ted Bundy. I'm the Ted Bundy of action figures. This is how serial killers are made. They cut action figures in half. A lot of people coming forward right now. Come forward. I believe you all. Yeah. I believe you. Some people might not believe you. I do believe you. Okay, let's go on. If you are there and getting harassed or intimidated, Star Wars Celebration volunteers should be able to help. Speak up. If I'm around and see it, I'll speak up for you. right, those of you who need a bodyguard, Bryan Young is there to stand up for you. Okay, he is there. If you need a bodyguard, if you want a bodyguard, I can be your love. Bryan Young is going to stand up for you. Oh my God. There are a lot of allegations coming forward right now. Jay Dodd says, going to Star Wars Celebration to talk about Star Trek. Oh, Jay Dodd, don't bring that shit here. You're there to celebrate Star Wars. You're there to celebrate Star Wars. Why is that so difficult? Zoivod, thanks for $10. I do drugs because Bryan Young touched me in my bum, allegedly. All right, so it's just an allegation at this point, but I still believe. Jake Foley says Bryan Young is an anagram for a bunny orgy. Ew. I don't need to know that. I didn't know that at all. Yeah. All right. This is going to be a safe place. So let's get there and celebrate. Let's get there and celebrate. I don't know how I'm supposed to respond to this. I have kids. I'm going and I'm gonna have a good time. Listen, I'm going and Bryan Young is not going to be able to stop me. I will tell everyone. Star Wars Celebration security. My Fandom Menace t-shirt does not imply consent. Fandom Menace t-shirt does not imply consent. Soilo t-shirt does not imply consent. You will not touch my penis. I don't care how famous you are on StarWars.com. You will not harass me. What if I think that Tolkien is a good writer? What are you going to do about it at Star Wars Celebration? You better not do anything. This is going to be a safe place. It's going to be a safe celebration. I'm going to see to that. Some of you are concerned. Some of you, I'm getting messages from some of you who are a little concerned. You're a little concerned about your safety. You're a little concerned about your safety, and I do understand. Yeah, but you don't need to be concerned because I will be here for you. And I want you guys to know that you're allowed. You can dress however you want. If you want to wear your Star Wars, your Soilo, a Soy Wars Soyri t-shirt, you're allowed. That does not imply consent. It does not mean that other people can be mean to you. It does not mean you can be harassed and abused. And I know there are going to be people at the convention that are going to look for trouble. They're going to see my Soilo t-shirt and they're going to want to give me trouble. I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to tolerate it. And I'm not going to tolerate it happening to you either. So if you're being harassed by a soy boy weirdo, just come to me. I'll protect you. I will protect you. I won't protect you. I will do like Bryan Young does. I will lead you to security and I will make sure that this is safe. This is a safe place. Shinto Ketchup says, did you get those brass knuckles I sent you? Yes, but they're made of wood. Thank you. I did get them. Johnny Boy says, this is true. Remember, guys, stay in groups of 3 to 5. You guys are each other's witnesses. Yeah, we need to all stay together. Huddle together from Star Wars fans. Terrifying. Bad stuff could happen. All right, so let's look at what's going on in the real world, the world where people enjoy normal behavior, the world where people enjoy success, and that world is Comicsgate. Thank you guys for everything that you did for Billy Tucci yesterday. Billy Tucci's doing great. Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover, $112,776. Fantastic. We're at 1,409% of our $8,000 goal. We're way past our $8,000 goal. I wasn't sure that we would be able to do it, but we did do it. We did do it. We did it together. We did it together. Hold on a second. People are saying, what about the Tucci update? This is a good question. There we go. Give me a minute to find these. Listen again, guys. Some of you, when I'm watching my old chats, by the way, all of my old chats are available now to you guys. You guys can watch them. Whereas before you couldn't. I made them all public. You guys can go back. If you want to watch Dirty Doug being a dirty dealing bastard, you can watch it. It's there. You want to watch the abuse and harassment of some comic skaters fighting each other on these live streams that were deleted for a long time? They're back now. Because I care about you. And some people thought I cared more about the Al Gore rhythm more than I care about your hearts and your feelings. How you guys feel about things. Couldn't be more wrong. I care about you. I care about you. Billy Tucci and John Broly is Zombie Sama. Yesterday, Billy Tucci said, Ethan, I opened my campaign. I was at I'm at $160. I've sold $160 worth of Zombie Sama comics. I need some help. Can you introduce me to some fans who will enjoy my work? Can you introduce me to some fans who will enjoy me, my persona? I'm Billy Tucci, creator of She. Perpetrator of the bad girl movement of the 1990s, back when comics still made money, back when people were producing comic books that people actually wanted to read, the 1990s. And you can make fun of the 90s all you want, but all I'm saying is Billy Tucci used to buy expensive motorcycles and then just drive them off a cliff. Billy Tucci made so much money in the 1990s. Everybody did. Everybody made so much money in the 1990s because people were producing comics that were fun, they were appealing. Everybody wanted to buy them. Everybody wanted to own them. And we're the only ones who can bring that back right now. Comic books right now are in a depressing state. They might as well just stay trees. And by the way, I am not somebody who wants more trees. There are enough trees. But you know what? These comic books might as well have just stayed trees. When you read Cyberfrog, when you read Zombie Sama, you are going to want to deforest Brazil to make more of them. When you read Cyberfrog and Zombie Sama, you're going to say, fuck trees. I want more comics. You're going to hate trees. You're going to look at a tree and you're going to be like, this, you should be Cyberfrog comics. What would you rather have, Oxygen or Cyberfrog? What would you rather have? A large plank of wood that absorbs carbon dioxide? Or Zombie Sama? These are the choices that you are going to get to face right now. And it's not even going to be a choice. And some of you in the chat are like, but I hug trees. You can hug Cyberfrog. That's right. Everybody's coming to realize right now, Oxygen doesn't make me happy. A Cyberfrog comic book does. That is right, Johnny boy. That is right. 1,348 people watching right now. I just invited Billy Tucci in. If he wants to come in, he can. We're going to sell some Zombie Sama for him because right now, my thing about Comicsgate is bare minimum $25,000. Tucci, and if he wants to come in, he can. I hear
We're
my
gonna
own
talk
voice.
zombie samba form,
Because right now, my thing about
Hello.
hi.
I am coming on. I texted you.
Oh,
I didn't see your message, and thank you for that. I just got on, and I was listening, and I had to tell you two things. One, you had me crying. I don't know who Bryan Young is. I don't know anything about any of all that stuff, and I was just fucking crying of what you did, of how you were imitating him and the safe space. And I mean, you've got who it reminds me of someone. I'm trying to remember who it reminds me of.
Orson Welles.
No, well, your Wells,
Oh.
your Wells thing was great too, because I'm a huge fan of that,
Yeah.
of the incident as well. But your oh damn it, what is the you got a little bit of what's his name? Martin Short does him.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about?
Ed Grimley.
What's your
Remember Ed Grimley in the
no,
80s?
it's not Ed Grimley. It's what the hell's his name? I'll find it. Give me 1 second.
Billy, if you are a broadcaster, if you're a professional broadcaster, you have to have references at hand to pull up at all times.
I do, and I apologize for that.
You got to
get
get you up to standard.
I am getting a microphone as well.
You are?
Yes, it's actually coming in. It's a Yeti, Blue Yeti or something.
Yeah.
So
you need to get a microphone stand like me, so it constantly looks like there's a large black penis coming at you.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Jiminy Glick.
Jiminy Glick, yeah.
Yes, when it's just wonderful. Like I said, I have no idea who, what's his name is, who this chap is, this Bryan Young chap, whatever his name is. But oh my gosh, you just had me crying. You had me crying. So are they looking out for you that if you wear your shirts, your Fandom Menace shirts and stuff, does he put the word out to you and your followers and your fellows and gals?
Well, Bryan Young is somebody who spends all of the year. By the way, I can hear myself echoing. I don't know if you can do anything about that. Turn down your one computer. But Bryan Young is somebody who spends most of the year harassing people who voted for Trump, people that he perceives to be fascists, people who he considers to be Comics Gate, Star Wars Gate, these people. So he spends most of the year being a tough guy and attacking people and talking garbage. And then there's convention time when he's probably going to run into these people. So Bryan is laying down the rules. Now, you know what's going to happen if I meet Bryan Young? I'm going to give him a big hug.
Yeah, definitely you would. You definitely would.
I mean, this guy's such a weirdo, and he's so emotionally wrapped up, and he's frightened of the world. And at the same time, he's got that fragile kind of professional writer ego that's just on the verge of cracking. I'm going to have the best time at Star Wars Celebration. I've never been. This is going to be my first time going, Billy, and I'm going to have a blast with all these characters.
Well, will he be having a panel or anything like that? Does he conduct anything like that? Will he be, will he be on a panel or anything that you could actually be in the audience and address questions to him? And
I can't be sure. I don't really know.
You should get your legions out there to look that up to see if there's a itinerary already for events that are going on during Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out what happens. I know there's going to be a shipping panel that I'm definitely attending. Do you know what shipping is?
No, I do not.
Okay, so shipping is like fan fiction. Where a bunch of, mostly it's girls, but then some guys kind of get into it in the hopes of attracting these weirdo girls, but these weirdo girls could not be less interested in the guys. Right. Shipping is when you fantasize about Han Solo and Luke Skywalker in a sexual relationship.
Oh my.
And then you call it Sky Solo. It's called Sky Solo. And you draw pictures of Luke and Han Solo having sex. You write romantic fiction about Luke Skywalker and Han Solo having sex. And it's for girls. It's for the insidious thing about it is it's for young girls, like 13-year-olds, but it's basically run by older people, as it turns out. It's so creepy, dude. The whole thing is so creepy. So I will be there. I've done a few panels, a few videos about it. So I've got to find out more. I got to make videos about it for my fans. It is important. You guys, I'm going to make the best videos at Star Wars Celebration. I promise you that. Some of you don't think that I will. Some of you have doubts. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I am going to do excellent videos that expose the Star Wars fandom for your amusement.
Oh, I can't wait to tune into those. I can't wait. I don't know if you remember the Falcones, my two buddies. He works with Patton, Mike Falcone's Rock. He was Sergeant Rock in the Lost Battalion. He posed for me.
Oh yeah,
huge fan of yours. Well, he'll be there. They're exhibiting, so he's going to be on the lookout for you and looking for the Fandom Menace shirts and everything like that. And if you hear someone say Ethan, don't duck. You know, like you're going to get a rock thrown at you or a lightsaber smacked in the back of the head. It'll just be rock.
Oh, dude, whatever happens is going to be good. Whatever happens is going to be good. I hope to meet a lot of people there. We're going to have a big party. We have an Irish pub set up for the Fandom Menace. It's just going to be a big, enormous bar party, meet and greet for me, Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy, World Class Bullshitters. I think Star Wars Girl Anna will probably be there. Mindless Entertainment. It's just going to be cool. All of the big Star Wars YouTubers all in one spot so we can hang out and have some beers and just sign autographs, whatever we want to do. It's going to be good times.
Nice. Is it at the McCormick Place downtown or is it at Rosemont? Where is the celebration?
I don't even know, dude. I'm looking at my pass. I'll just look it up and figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will put it. I'll jump on your page on my other computer so I could check out the chats, the words and all. Whatever they call when the people post.
Oh, the chats. Yeah, the live stream.
Chats, the live stream. Question, Ethan. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he wanted to know the whole thing where people how they contribute money to you. Do they actually like make a donation so then their question rises to the top? Because I love that idea.
Yeah, Billy, when your channel gets a little bit bigger, you're going to be able to get super chats. They're called super chats.
Super chats.
So, you know, your YouTube channel will be hooked up to your bank account. By the way, I'm wearing my this is another Fandom Menace shirt, Billy. Go get Daddy's belt. That means we're gonna whip some ass. It's done in the Empire Strikes Back logo lettering. You've got the laughing man here. That's my logo there. So this is official apparel. You can get this shirt. You can wear this shirt at Star Wars Celebration. Go to cryptofashion.com. and shop Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I got a ton of awesome shirts like this. So make sure you get your Go Get Daddy's Belt shirt.
I sure will. Holy cow, that's funny.
I think once you get to 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 views, you're eligible for monetization, super chats. You do a live stream. People just say, hey, I want you to read my chat, and they can donate you money. Like Russ C just gave me $1. Thank you, Russ C. No message, just $1. Here's one right here. Raging Goblin, $4.99 says, shout out to Andrew Sharapar's Hero and Vinny Tartamella's Through the Woods on Indiegogo. A lot of people do that. They want to get a quick plug for their Indiegogo campaign, and that's fine. NASA Rabati's here, $2, says 8 days left for Trixie Kane Blood Reaper. Russ C sends me another $1. I just scroll backwards a little bit and just see if I missed a ton of super chats, but I will go back and read them. Obviously, Thunderbird, thanks for $2.99. Appreciate that as well. Chat's full. We got 1,320 people here enjoying the anticipation that I feel for Star Wars Celebration. Very, very, very excited. John Doe says, last time I watched this channel, you were just talking shit on your tablet. It's an iPad. It's an iPad, and we've gotten bigger. We've gotten a little bit bigger. Not that much technologically more advanced than that, though, to be honest with you. I'm still pretty much, low tech. A lot of people have their whole OBS, whatever that is. I don't do that, Billy. I just do screen share. So we got
it works for you.
It works. It's just a personality. You don't have to just show. It's not about staring at what's on the screen. It's about being entertaining. People have to be entertaining. You've got guys like Tug, the umbrella guy, who's incredibly entertaining, and that's kind of how you got to do it. And then you've got other people whose names I will not mention. Mike S. Miller, who is not entertaining at all. Mike is not entertaining. I went to him today. He was doing Bible chat, Billy.
Okay, does Bible chat online on YouTube?
No, he has his own show where he discusses the Bible.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not okay, because I said to him, I looked up references to penises in the Bible, and I asked him to read those verses. He got very upset with me. God said that if your balls are crushed, you don't get to go to heaven. That's in Deuteronomy.
Oh, really? And how did he respond to that?
I don't know. Not well.
Not well. It doesn't sound like it. Yeah, that does not sound like a good way to go at all.
No, you didn't want to talk about the reality of God and crushed balls, and that's something that I thought his chat would be interested in. He was not interested in that at all. But every time I talk to Mike and I show him anything, he sees a penis in it, and he gets mad at me every single time. He goes, I mean, every single time, and then he gets mad at me. I go, "Hey, Mike, and I'll show him like a picture of a carrot or something or a tree, and he's like, "You're showing me a picture of a penis." It's all in his head.
Oh my gosh! Well, God love him.
God love him. Now
he seems a little stressed out at times.
He a little that he just sees penises and everything. So here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about your excellent comic book.
Yes, and I want to talk about. Thank you for inviting me on. But I want to thank everyone out there, if I may. Thank you, EVS. Thank your legions. Thank you all so much for doing this to us. This is our second campaign. We did the original Kickstarter. We did really well with it. We did $32,000 for it. Then we came onto here, and I think I had something like, I don't know if I had maybe 3.
Oh, he's still there. So you never know when you're broadcasting with Billy. You never know if you're going to lose him all of a sudden. He's frozen. Billy is frozen. Well, let me take over for Billy while he unfreezes. Billy Tucci. He is an incredible artist, an incredible writer, best known for his work in the 1990s on a book called She. He had his own company. Guess what his company was named? It was called Crusade Comics, guys. It's called Crusade. Does it get cooler than that? Is there a cooler name for a comic book company than Crusade? I don't think so. I can't think of one. Crusade Comics was huge in the 1990s, huge into the new millennium. And now Billy is doing stuff like this. Billy's got Zombie Sama. This is a book that he's written. It's about a young teenage boy who handles the zombie apocalypse the way I'm going to handle Star Wars Celebration. And no, that's not a threat. That's a promise. Oh man, I shouldn't say stuff like that. Now I'm going to get in trouble because the way he handles the zombie apocalypse is with a katana. The teenage boy, he goes into town. Look at him. Chopping up zombies, chopping them up, making a mess. This is the best thing ever. I love this piece. This reminds me of the 1990s right here. This reminds me of an artist that we both knew named Buzz. Really fantastic. The old style of Vengeance of Vampirella, that title. All right, it's magnificent. Magnificent. So Billy's got this book. Now, he just relaunched it yesterday. He started. Here's the thing about this that you need to understand. Billy started on Kickstarter. On Kickstarter. He ran this thing on Kickstarter. Billy went to his following on Facebook, and Facebook is a moist and sticky armpit of left-wingers right now. Those people who, especially comic pros, who could not hang on Twitter, who could not stand diversity of opinion, all fled to the moist, warm, sticky armpit of Facebook, where they could control the narrative. They could delete comments. They could do all the things that they wanted to do. They want to control the conversation. They want to control the narrative. That's where they're all hanging out. Billy Tucci asked those people on his Facebook page like he's 67 years old. And those are the people. Here are the people who hang out on Facebook: ass mad Democrat, crazy SJWs, and your mom. Old people. That's what Facebook is for. I have 2 Facebook pages, and I only leave them open because my family would be like, "Where are you?" if I closed them. I don't use them. I don't post on them very often. It's basically so my mom can say what's up to me. That's it. That's the only reason I have Facebook. And Billy went to that region of the galaxy, and he said, "What should I do? I'm launching a Zombie Sama. Should I put it on Facebook, should I put it on Kickstarter? Should I put it on Indiegogo?" And those degenerates, Oh, you're back. Okay.
I'm back. We lost the whole internet. This thing is driving me nuts. I spent all this money to get this whole new 5G thing going, and it's a pain in the ass. But I apologize, and sorry everybody out there. And if I may, Ethan, I just want to thank each and every one of you out there. You guys have made me a believer in Indiegogo, but more so, and not that I ever wasn't, but I am a true believer in your legions, my friend. Gotten so many words of encouragement. All of your followers, Ethan, started to follow me on Twitter, where I'm just Billy Tucci. They tweet when you ask them to tweet it out. They did. There were dozens and dozens or more. I can't even tell you how many of them actually tweeted out and mentioned me and things like that. And you guys, you just really make me feel welcome, and I appreciate it, and I just think it's wonderful. And thank you all. And like you said, if you look at the screen right now, and yesterday when I first came onto the show, we were an hour into our launch. We had less than $200, and now we're almost at $19,000.
No, wrong, Billy.
In 24 hours.
Wrong. We are over $19,069. Now, this is what we're going to do. I want you guys to understand. Now, Billy, I'm on a whole tirade right now. I'm on a tangent talking about what you're learning, what you've done, what these people need to understand about you. And I'm going to talk about you for a little bit. Billy Tucci went to his fans on Facebook and said, should it be Kickstarter? Should it be Indiegogo? They said they led him astray.
By a pretty wide margin.
These are people who have no plan to back or support Billy. They're not interested in that. They just wanted him to be on. These are the same SJWs who just want the product. Billy, I know they're your fans. I'm not saying you agree with this. This is me talking. Okay. Right now you're shaking your head like in your heart and you're saying they're my fans. I don't think that. No, I'm going to tell people exactly what's going on here. These SJWs, they want people to do things a certain way. They want to produce product that they're not even going to support. They're not even going to buy. That is what SJWs do. Now, we put our money where our mouth is. We actually do support these campaigns. We actually do want Billy Tucci to succeed. We want his comic book to succeed gloriously, to make a statement to these people. This is where fandom went. This is where the fandom is. The fandom is still here. People still want to buy and read comic books. They just want to be approached the right way. They don't want to be insulted. They don't want to be denigrated. They don't want to have their asses grabbed by Bryan Young or anyone who looks like him. That's not what they want. And I'm not saying he would do that or did do that. That's not what they want, though. That's not what they want. They just want to be respected. They just want to be approached and understood. They want to create a product that doesn't insult them, that's going to entertain them, and then they're going to support that. Now, people on Facebook are going to say, go use Kickstarter. Why? They just want the failures to pile up on Kickstarter, Billy. That's what they want. Kickstarter. Everybody go to Kickstarter and fail together. It's just like the mainstream comic book industry. We want people to succeed and succeed where the fans actually are. Where are people buying and supporting comics? Billy Tucci woke up to that fact. Billy Tucci got woke.
Billy Tucci got woke.
He got woke to Indiegogo.
Woke. Indie woke. I got Indigo woke. Billy Tucci is Indigo woke. And EVS woke.
Evan von Schreiber said, you don't speak for me, Ethan. I can speak for myself. No, you can't. And I do speak for you, starting right now.
Jiminy crickets. Man, that.
Tell your family that from now on, I speak to you. I speak for you. I mean. So Billy Tucci's doing great things right now. Why? Because he respects the fandom. He respects you. He went on Indiegogo. He relaunched his campaign. And now look what's happened. You guys are supporting him now. Billy, this is Zombie Sama. I gave a quick brief description of what it's about. Maybe you could tell me a little bit more. Now you wrote this, correct?
Yes, I wrote this. I created it. And basically I wanted the story about literally, I love zombies. I'm a huge zombie fan, as so many of us are. And I wanted the story about what about that one particular person where the zombie apocalypse was the best thing to ever happen to him. He was such a slacker, such a nobody, and that's the story of Jim. He's a sushi delivery boy, and he realizes that his sleepy seaside town is being overcome by nuclear contaminated zombies from a Nazi submarine that was brought up, and the Nazis were building a nuclear bomb, and it was unsuccessful, but they still had harnessed all that, had created all of this uranium and things like that to make a bomb with the heavy water. And the plan was to ferry that bomb in a giant torpedo into New York Harbor with it from a U-boat, and then let it go and let it loose. Well, of course, it sinks and swells, and then a French salvage ship discovers it and it's bringing it up, and when they bring it up, it explodes, thus causing this red rain. The red rain is killing all the red blood cells in people's bodies. Their white blood cells completely go bonkers, as they do, and they're searching for oxygen, and they need to feed themselves with the oxygen from the blood, from the red blood cells. So they go after people and start eating people, and they're all pussy, and their eyes are all popping out of their head, and really Toxic Avenger type of guys that look like the freaking dude that fell in the vat of toxic waste in RoboCop, and he came walking out, and he's like, ah, and the car hit him.
Yeah.
Just real disgusting trauma, fun shit like that. And here's poor Jim. And literally what Jim does is, with no other course of action, he grabs the lone katana from atop from over the cash register of his sushi shop, and he has to go out and save his friends. And in that, he just might save the world. And it's a funny story. It's funny, but it's got a lot of heart, and it tells a story of this person, this really ordinary person who becomes this extraordinary hero in the process of it. And my partner, John Brolia, is an amazing cartoonist, amazing illustrator who I met about 15 years ago at the San Diego Comic-Con, and he just had something real special about him. And and he's the heart and soul of Zombie Sama. He's poured his heart out for 2 years now, drawing 60 pages of story and art. And you could attest to that, Ethan, when you pencil and ink.
It's hard work.
How long it takes. People don't realize how long a book actually takes. And you could draw a page a day. You could pencil ink a page a day. You could pencil in and ink 2 pages a day. But the thing is, you care because you want it to be the very best. So that's why books might take longer than people would like them to. Of course, the books are always delivered, sometimes maybe a little bit later. But the reason is why is because we care. And I like to think that. And you want to pour your heart and your soul, your blood, your sweat, your toil, your tears into it. And I think he's done that with Zombie Sama, just like you have done with Cyber Frog and all your books too. It's a wonderful story. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun, entertaining story. I think it'd make a great movie. And so again, thank you all for putting us over $19,000. I don't know what to say. Looking at it yesterday, and as we were talking for the 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, and sorry to keep you on so long, but it was just so much fun. I just saw these numbers every time you refreshed or something. The numbers just kept growing and exploding, literally. Remember, they were leaping by the thousands, and it was like, well, what is happening here? And you were like, it's them, it's my family, it's this crowd, this audience right now. And then not only did they pledge for me, and I appreciate that so much, like I was saying earlier before we got cut off, they all went to Twitter. And I know you said, please go to Twitter and give Billy a shout out. And they did, hundreds of them. And it really made me and my wife, we were looking at it, and Debbie's scrolling through it. And even Debbie was reading, my wife, Debbie's my wife. And she was reading the chats. And she goes, and then she laughs like, oh, there's some real crazies out there, real funny people. But overall, she was really pleasantly surprised and encouraged and hopeful, and because, like I said, of all the negativity that's going on about the comics industry, and here you come in, and it's almost like a breath of fresh air. It literally is a breath of fresh air, and that you have this positive energy about it. And let's make wonderful, fun comics. Let's make comics like they were in the 90s. Let's make comics like they were in the 60s, coming out of Marvel, and we can do that. And she was laughing. You got some really witty, brilliant people in the chats. And she was reading. She's like, you got to go back and read them. You have to go back and read them all. So that's what I'll do tomorrow morning. I'm going to have my what am I going to have? I'm going to have Chocolate Pebbles, which I think is probably the greatest cereal of all time. Well,
I haven't had that in ages.
Oh my God, you got to get it. It's far superior to the Fruity Pebbles. The Fruity Pebbles, because the Fruity Pebbles get soggy, as the Chocolate Pebbles do, but then it's that weird rainbow colored, milk. And
no,
it just looks fake. Nah, you don't need that at all. Yes. And we shouldn't have rainbow colored milk. No one should. Chocolate milk, yes. Chocolate milk is like mother's milk. It's the fruit of the gods.
Yes.
But rainbow milk, my God, man, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well, I'm here to agree with you, Billy. Now, there are people in the chat who are interested. A lot of people are asking questions about Billy. You can keep those questions coming because I will ask Billy. I'll ask him anything.
Okay.
But people support this comic book. This is your chance to let's get this book over 20,000 tonight. We're at $19,094 right now, and I think we can get it back over there. Oh, I'm sorry, we're at 19,000. Let's refresh this real quick. $19,149 right now.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We need to get this book up over 20,000. We need to do it tonight, and we're only like $850 away. So if you haven't supported this comic yet, if you're waiting, I mean, I know it's Thursday, it's not payday until tomorrow, but if you can support this book, back as Zombie Sama, Billy Tucci and John Brolia's masterpiece here, a nice zombie book. Everyone likes zombies, and you know what the zombies represent? They represent Republican power. Did you know that?
I don't see how is that possible. Riddle me that. Explain that to me.
Well, I'll explain to you, and I think there are some people who are in the chat who already know. We've talked about this before, but every time Republicans are in office or are winning, or the country is in the mood for conservative policies, Billy. That is when zombies are popular in the mainstream. Now, you can go back to 1968 when Night of the Living Dead, the very first zombie movie, came out. It came out 1 month before Richard Nixon won the election, the presidential election, and swept into office and swept away 8 years of Democratic failure and turmoil. Okay, with the Kennedy assassination, Vietnam, the Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King assassination, just horrible times, the 1960s. And in 1968, Night of the Living Dead introduced the very first real zombie movie. And there were others. I mean, there are other movies.
Well, there was White Zombie in 1931 when Herbert Hoover was president as well.
That is true.
You can even reinforce that, So
that is true. So that is but I mean, just the way we know zombies today, that was kind of invented in 1968. So
yeah.
that is that is the thing. And then all through the 1980s, think about Return of the Living Dead movies were in the 1980s. Think about Michael Jackson's Thriller was all about zombies.
Yes.
Think about all the big zombie movies that came out in the 1980s, that whole thing that they ended when Bill Clinton came into office, and then it was all about vampires and it was all about UFOs and everything like that. But then again, zombies came right back into vogue around 2003, 2004 with Bush. When people accepted Bush after 9/11 and the country realized that Al Gore wasn't president, was never meant to be president, and it was time to move on from the Bill Clinton years. Suddenly it was Dawn of the Dead, 28 days later. It was all of that stuff. Zombies were everywhere. Walking Dead, because the country was in a Republican mood. Now, Zombie Sama contributes to that and reinforces and underscores the mood that this country is in right now for Republican and conservative policies. So people who support Zombie Sama are just supporting MAGA.
Wow.
All right. And that's the way I want you to understand it. Now, if you don't support Zombie Sama, you're asking for Twilight, Sparkly Vampires, and Obama, because that is the alternative. Vampires are always more popular when Democrats are going to sweep into office. And if you see somebody who wants to do a vampire book, you literally have to go up and punch him in the face. Tell them no. Because people who are trying to do vampire stuff right now are only trying to bring Democrats back into office. Okay.
Wow.
And I'm 100%.
I can't disagree with that. Yeah. I cannot disagree with that.
Absolutely.
Hot dog. I mean, bam.
Well, let's see how that did. Now, that, of course, that spiel got you to $19,339. Thank you guys very much.
Oh, thank you. Let me find. I'm gonna. May I type? I'm gonna say thank you, but I want this in stone. Thank you all. Boom. There's a Tucci little thank you all. Wow, Ethan, that's pretty fascinating. That is really fascinating. Well, and I agree with it. I agree with it. I agree with it. True. Because people do see it, and then they have to take their destinies in their own hands to survive, because they can't rely on the government. The government collapses. All those to take care of you collapse, and it's up to you to be self-sufficient.
it's hard to say like why vampires and zombies are so like it's like what do zombies have to do with being a Republican? I think it's mostly, here's what it is about the survivalist fantasy that masculine dudes have, that Republicans have. They really want the idea of, hey, it's hell out there, okay, it's crazy out there, and I'm in here in a bunker essentially with my family. It's all about self-defense. That is a conservative Republican fantasy. Like, we would love that shit. But like, can you imagine if we had a fortress and we were protecting our families and our friends from a horde of crazy undead zombies out there? We could just like unload guns on them. And
well, I have two questions to ask you, and I hope when you when you guys purchase your new home, if you check to see if two things: one, where we're going to put the Christmas tree, and two, is this house zombie proof? And if it is, or if it is not, what is our escape plan?
That is a great question. Yeah, I think about that stuff all the time. I used to drive around and go, what if I were trapped here? Sometimes when I'm in a gigantic like BJ's wholesaler, like a Costco, I go, this is where I want to be, like when the zombies come.
Yes,
because
but
they can't get in. I mean, you'd have to, it's basically a big stone fortress with everything that you need to survive.
Right. Once you're in, especially, and hopefully you're with your family, because you can go in there and you'll survive the zombie, the zombie outbreak, the apocalypse. What you'll have to worry though about afterwards is all the survivors, because that's the first place they're going to go.
Yeah.
And you have to be prepared for that. And, if you have, with BJ's, if they have some sort of tools or something like that, or baseball equipment, because you're going to have to defend yourself against these guys with guns and all. So just something to think about. But what's great about a Costco, or you could actually use the rooftop, you could, if they have the soil, all that stuff, you could actually plant. And take in the rainwater, and you'll have thousands and thousands of gallons of water in your little Poland Spring bottles and stuff. And that's a good plan. But there's a place by me that I already have my place to go when the zombie apocalypse happens.
Tell me all about it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I wish we weren't so far away. It's a state park, but it's a state park that's completely fenced in. And it was an old hunting, camp, a giant camp, old hunting lodge with lodges, big, 5-story buildings, brick buildings, and where all the wealthy would go out to Long Island to hunt, and they would bird hunt and they would fish. And there's a hatchery for trout there. There is lakes, there are streams, there is an overabundance of deer, white-tailed deer. The place is being overcome by white-tailed deer, turkeys. And again, you got the fenced-in area, you've got the rooms, but more importantly, they have wells, my friend.
Oh, I love it.
It's so old. You have wells, you have wood-burning stoves, you have wood-burning, fireplaces. You have all that old stuff that because you're going to need it to survive when the power goes out. So I'll tell you about. I don't want to put that out there because I don't know how many people live on Long Island where I live, and they're going to want to go there too. But Ethan, I'm going to tell you that because that'll be one of your top 10 places to go. And especially if you're on Long Island, you just happen to be, going to the beach, or going out to Montauk, or going to the Vanderbilt Planetarium or something interesting like that, you'll know where to go. But I can't tell it online.
Don't tell it,
because it's all prepared. It's all set up.
All right. I need to know that in case, in case it finally goes down. And I think it will. I believe in it.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know what you think your zombie apocalypse is. I believe it's going to be like a human strain of rabies.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what it's going to be like, and that's what's so sad about it. And almost 1900, 500. Oh, thank you.
Just refreshing it. Yeah, everybody's. By the way, Cyberfrog Blood Honey. By the way, this whole conversation, we didn't look in on that, and that flipped over to 113,000. So we're at 113.01 for Cyber. Somebody gave me $1. Somebody donated $1 there, which I do appreciate. Thank you.
You have to door that. We gave you another $100. Ooh. We did the initial one, and that was just, I don't know. We got to do a lot more. As I was saying, my wife is putting together a gift basket for you and your darling wife, because we just appreciate you. And as I said yesterday, to each and every one of your legions out there, all you guys, come up to me and tell me that you pledged for Zombie Sama. I'll give you a hug at a con or a store signing. Well, no hugs, you said, right?
No, not anymore.
Well, I'll give you a firm handshake. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'll give you a firm handshake, a high five, a fist bump with a little explosion. And I'm in the process of looking up trading cards, blank cards. And I'm going to do little sketches. I'm going to give everyone a free sketch.
That sounds like
who
a
is
really
pledged.
nice
So,
thing. That's,
as a thank you.
people talk about pros actually respecting their fans and appreciating their fans, and how rare that is these days. And Billy is not someone who has ever had a problem in that area. Billy has been Billy remembers names of people.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
some of my best friends, as I was saying about Rock, the guy who poses Sergeant Rock, he was standing in front of me. I think I was at the Philadelphia con, and he was online. He bought books. I looked at him. I'm like, you make a great Sergeant Rock. He's like, I love Sergeant Rock. And then right there, we hit it off. And he's one of my best friends. He's like my brother. Him and his brother Damo, they're twins, Rock and Damo. And Isaac Snowden, if you remember Isaac.
I remember Isaac. I love that guy.
Yeah, I love Isaac too. Isaac will be hanging out with me at the Greater Philadelphia Comic Con. I'm a little sad you'll be at Celebration, but happy for you, especially with all the tomfoolery and ballyhoo that's going to be going on there.
Oh, it sounds like fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Star Wars Celebration is going to be good too. But man, I would really like to hang out with you and Isaac in Philly.
Well, that's if you care to make your way. Isaac lives in Philly. My in-laws have a farm in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. So hopefully that's not too far from you, and we can all get together on a weekend. I think it would be nice, a Saturday or something, or a Saturday night.
Yeah.
He loves you.
Oh, good. Well, Ian Howe, thank you for $25. Ian Howe just sent me $25 to say this. He said, my shrink is going to be annoyed, but I had to back Billy's book just now. A couple of small criticisms, and I say this with love, Billy. Too many tiers, brother. Too many. It's confusing. Also, free shipping is nice, but it's a bad idea. So those are, I agree with that. The more simple the campaign, the better. Just fewer items. Think about the original McDonald's menu. That's kind of the way you want to run these Indiegogo campaigns from here on out.
All right. I duly noted, my friend. Thank you for donating $25 to Ethan. I will definitely bring that up with the wife, and we will, I assure you, when the sheet comes out, we will have far less tiers. But also, and more importantly, we were doing some numbers today because we are new at this EVS, and this is one of my mistakes. And we didn't add shipping. And we're like, all right, well, and it is going to get expensive. I mean, you were calculating how much your Cyberfrog is going to cost you in shipping. And what did you say it was? How much is it going to be?
Like $110,000.
$110.
That's just shipping. That's mail costs. That doesn't include fulfillment. I mean, this is expensive.
Yeah.
We're producing a product here. It's important. The product is everything. And we made a nice profit from this book, but listen, a lot of this money just goes away in taxes and shipping, and you've got to be aware of that. You've got to anticipate that. And
we will for sure next time. And duly noted. And you live and you learn, right?
That's correct.
Too many tiers. I'm not gonna add any more tiers to that conversation.
Right.
If I just cry about it, well, who's that?
Sketch Therapy sent me $10 to say, you guys have great conversations. Don Tucci, best way to thank you is to be yourself. A conversation is like a boat. You can go with the current or steer it, but keep it afloat. We love these cruises. Hail Caesar. Thank you, Sketch. Great to have you here. Thanks for that. First name, last name. Thanks for $5. Says, it feels like a comic book shop, but instead of shelves, you can scan through. You walk in and the authors try to sell their book. Wow, what's going on over there? Yeah, that's
my ringtone. It's Africa by Toto. Not by Toto, by Weezer. And I love it. I love it so. I love it so. And it's my partner on crowdfunding comics. If I may add a little plug there for my YouTube channel, we have the Billy Tucci Drawing Fire YouTube channel, but I also have my our crowdfunding comics website, which is and you have agreed to be a guest with us tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I believe. Yep. And I've got lots of questions for you, EVS, and I know you speak all the time, but I have some questions that I think the fans will find interesting. So if they wouldn't mind coming onto our show, if I may plug that, and I know it's taking away from you, and as this is a big part of your income and your everyday life. And again, just one more time, thank you so much for this. And but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about crowdfunding comics. I'm going to talk about the mistakes that I made. Being by not charging by having too many tiers and not charging for fucking shipping.
Well, She is going to be so much bigger. I mean, she is going to be awesome. John Chedester says, or John Chedester, I hope, $5 says, set up a PayPal on Indiegogo to have optional shipping in an update. Well, John, I think that's a good idea, or a shipping tier. But I think right now, what you guys could do if you want to help Billy and Debbie out with the shipping is there's a button here. You just see this. It says back it. You can just click that, and that just lets you donate. That's just a donation. So click that and just throw them $10, with your thing, and be cool about it. Understand, we all make mistakes. You're not obligated to do that. But it would be really nice if you did do that for them, and that would be good. Just the most important thing is that you back the comic and make sure that you get your copy of Zombie Sama. You have a bunch of different covers to choose from. You have some prints to choose from. You used to be able to get a sketch cover with a sketch on it, but those are sold out. Let me see if the other one is.
Yeah. On Indiegogo, can you add new levels?
Yeah.
Could I add, and I'll talk to Deb tomorrow about it. Maybe I could add more sketch covers and do that again. Maybe add another 25 or so. Because I get
a sketch from you should be $200.
I know.
Sketch it. Don't say I know it. Just do it. Just $200, please. Don't kill yourself. I mean,
maybe I could do even better sketches. I can call these the premium sketch covers.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
See my attitude. I'm just like, you're gonna kill yourself with this one campaign. You're not gonna be able to get over to She. I mean, I just had to talk with my publisher about it. It's like, stop. You're doing these, like, I'm like, my Cyberpunk books need to be like this long. He's like, just produce smaller books more frequently, please.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. Sketch Therapy $4.99 says, I'm sorry I made a typo. I meant that the best way for Don Tucci to thank us is to be himself. My typing is terrible, but great conversation, guys. Thank you, Sketch. Your typing was just fine. Sketch is a veteran, by the way, so we want to
thank you for your service, Sketch. Thank you so much. I don't know if you're familiar with VetTix, Veterans Tickets of America. I'm wearing the sweatshirt right now. And what VetTix does is that they've given away for free over 5 million tickets to sporting events, concerts, ballet, comedy acts, everything. Every major league sporting event. They send people to the Super Bowl every year. It's vettix.org. It's absolutely free to veterans. I've gotten tickets where we've sat on the dugout at Yankee Stadium. And it's just a slight transfer fee because the tickets come through Ticketmaster or something, and it's like $10. But you're getting like $100 seats, $200 seats, and they're all free to veterans. And also, if you have any police officers out there, volunteer firemen, paid firemen, EMTs, anyone like that, they also have a thing called First Tix now, and First Tix is available to all first responders. And it's absolutely free for you guys. They want to give back. They want to give to those who gave themselves. And it's an amazing charity. It's something that's very close to my heart. And I'll always support them. You hear a lot of things about charity, like Wounded Warrior and all, and a lot of money doesn't get to the vets. This is an astronomical proportion that actually gets to the veterans because, they're very small staff. And they're all electronic and all. But if any of your veterans are out there, check out Veteran Tickets of America or just check VetTix, and the same with First Tix. So there's my plug for them.
Very good. Very good. Process Black says, nab the Akira cover bundle. Looks great, Billy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's a great cover. He did a wonderful cover with that. And who doesn't love Akira? And that's also, I think that tier level has my cover. That's my cover as well, the Billy Tucci cover. Yeah. With for Hokusai, Hoku Zombie, which is taken off of Hokusai's Great Wave off of Kanakaniyo. Oh no, it's the Indiegogo bump. It's the She Ashcan and Akira cover bundle. I'm looking at it right now. I just went on. So thank you.
This got added. It looks like the Indiegogo bundle due to popular demand. $45, and you get this right here. You get the Indiegogo edition Indiegogo preview Ashcan, and then you get the 64-page Zombie Sama book. So for $45, you get She Ashcan and you get the Zombie Sama book. Right. So you might as well go with this. $45.
Yeah, and signed with no shipping. Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
So that's my gift. I think that's a gift for how you guys have all come out to me, and you can attest to this, EVS, of how these people how they've embraced you. and how they've come to you and supported you and put you where you are now on your pedestal, on your golden marble throne
I mean,
of joy and art and inclusion.
And diversity.
And diversity, absolutely. And the least we can do is give them a little something extra in our Indiegogo campaigns. And I'm a huge fan of Indiegogo, and as is my wife now. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy! Oh my god,
it's gonna be much better for you." I wish you'd leave your campaign open longer than 16 days. I think you should. Sketch Therapy says, "Can you bring Don Tucci to auction night? Tell him how much you got for Foot Vader. That was epic. Oh, and the soy pants ashes. That was funny too." Sketch Therapy again. He's Sketch Therapy wants to be your friend here. I think you guys would get along pretty well.
I'll be friends with him.
Yeah, he's cool. So we do auction night.
Okay.
It's once a month. We'll get together. We'll have a handful of comic book pros, and we just sell original art. And the first one was me. I sold a picture of Darth Vader that I drew with my foot, and it made $600, I think, which was incredible and very strange. But we actually do that now. We're selling better sketches and stuff. You should actually consider. I'll let you know if you don't mind. If you want to come.
No, yeah, please do. I would love to come on. And I don't really sell a lot of my artwork, but I think something like that is really exciting. And I mean, you talk about, you have better artwork or more, by drawing Darth Vader with your foot. I mean, my God, Leroy Neiman made an entire career by painting with his feet. I mean,
it wasn't good. I mean, don't worry about it.
And he did paint with his feet, right? Because that's what it looks like. Like he would, he painted with his feet. Oh my God, I hate him. Oh God.
Headrock says it's once a month. Better let Mike know. Yeah, Mike S. Miller does them every week. I told him it's too much.
Every week,
too much.
yeah.
Razdoc says, "Don't take credit for Mike's idea. I didn't. It wasn't my idea." See, this is we get into things like that. Mike's like, "Could you just host them on your channel because you have more subscribers?" And so auction night, I do it once a month. I'm gonna keep it more limited to like 5 people, maybe 4 or 5 artists, and that way we'll sell better artwork quicker. Everybody will get a chance. But yeah, Billy would be more than welcome to come. It would be great.
That would be fun. Now, do you actually show the art up on screen, or do you have scans and then is it a scan of the art and then they get you just show the art?
Yeah, it'll be like your face. You'll be holding the art in your hand, and then people bid on it. The way it goes is that somebody will say $100 confirmed. You have to say confirmed after it, and the chat just kind of bids up your artwork in $10 increments. And we've done really well. Mike and I. Mike and I did an auction together where I think each of us made like $6,000 in 3 hours. It was
wow.
It was great.
Why go to a comic convention?
That's correct. That's what this is all coming down to. When comic book conventions just are not what they used to be. Why go out to meet your fans when you can meet them right here, and you can meet a much, more concentrated, larger amount of fans all at once. It just seems like YouTube is the place to go. So yeah, you'll be invited to that if you want to come, and you can sell sketches or anything like that. It doesn't have to be like, original elaborate art. It could just be a doodle that you did. People just want to own something of yours. That's all.
I'd love to. I would love to. And thank you so much. I absolutely will take you up on that if you don't mind. And just let me know when the next one is.
Oh, I will. So, by the way, Billy Tucci, John Brolia's Zombie Sama is up to $19,728 right now. We're edging up towards $20,000, guys. If you haven't yet backed the campaign, make sure that you get your copy of Zombie Sama. Thank you guys also for supporting Cyberfrog Blood Honey. We're up 13,000. Let me check this real quick here. I haven't refreshed it yet. $13,131. That's a pretty looking number. I like that.
113,000.
113, I should say. Yeah, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's $113,131 for the for Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the 3rd variant. Those of you in the chat who are backing this and waiting for it, it's going to print April 30th is when this is going to print, and it's going to come back from the printer mid-June, they're telling me. So you guys will have it in your hands in July. So this is it doesn't matter if I feel done with it or not. It's done. And Billy, I will never feel done with this thing. I would work on this forever. absolutely forever.
I believe you would. I know absolutely you would. But you gotta move on to it. You know, it's like you get a page and you may stress over a page, like if you're working on something, you're not happy with it. But then once it's gone, you know, once it's done, you know, I never really would take a second thought to it, because you just have to move on to the next. And the people want your fans want small, you know, shorter Cyber Frog stories faster.
Yeah. I think that's about right. I was going to do like one a year, but they're like, no, just put them out quicker. And I think that's the way to go. Brian Urso, thanks for $10. Billy just rules. One of the best artists of all time. And Mr. Tucci, don't forget next week, my progressive rock band Gideon's Mob will be on CD, iTunes, and Spotify. If you dig good music, check us out.
I absolutely will. Would you tell Brian, if he wouldn't mind, put that on Twitter and tag me in it, and I'll get it. I'll buy it from you. Absolutely.
I will too. I mean, Brian comes here and he super chats advertisements for his progressive rock band Gideon's Mob all the time. It's it's pretty cool. It's a good way. I guess it's a good way of reaching people. So at this point, everyone's heard me say Gideon's Mob, and I'm sure people are going to look into it and see.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Ethan, if I may, I've been a member of Twitter. I think I signed up in 2009. But I only got active on it maybe 5 months ago. If I may, if any of your fans out there, because I'd like to build up my Twitter following, because I do have a lot of my friends, or in the comics industry, who tease me all the time that I have less than 3,000 subscribers on Twitter, because I don't really tweet much or anything like that. But if you guys wouldn't mind out there to follow me too, it's Billy Tucci. It's just me, Billy Tucci, and you'll see a smiling picture of me. And if you guys wouldn't mind following me, I'll follow you back too. Say, hey, Billy, follow me. And I'd love to do it. So
Twitter is a cancer, says with the Z Cooper. It really is.
I know it is. I got into fights with people already. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing on it. People starting fights with me.
Mr. Malangi, thanks for $5. If you listen carefully in Alien Covenant, the xenomorph hisses MAGA country before attacking Jussie Smollett. Totally true. That is what I've understood.
Jesse Smollett was in it, huh?
Apparently, yeah. MAGA country. MAGA country. All right, look, here's something that God, no thank you. Here's something that people need to understand. Here's what's really going on with the Star Wars 9 poster that fans are freaking out about. Mark Hamill has stepped in to set the story straight. Oh, Matt Miller wrote this from Esquire. All right, so that's good. For the past few months, fans have been living in what one might call a drought of Star Wars-related news. Tell me about it. I'm trying to run a Star Wars channel, and there's nothing to talk about. A trailer is imminent, and by imminent, I mean one will likely be released anytime between now and December 20th. But at this point, fans don't even know the title of the movie. There hasn't been a single official image. So when a poster started going around Twitter that appeared to be the real deal, fans got pretty damn excited. A number of news outlets wrote about the supposed poster, then mysteriously deleted the articles. Uh-oh, how embarrassing. What was this poster? Why were these posts deleted? This is the poster in question. You can see C-3PO has the Chewie's bowcaster. Can you believe that? That's a big deal. New Star Wars Episode 9 poster leaked, ? Hamill himself. And you'll notice C-3PO hilariously holding Chewbacca's bowcaster. There's also this fucking thing behind Finn. God,
what is that?
Hideous. Yeah, it's a goofy thing. Anyway, fans kind of breezed over some of the weird parts of this poster in favor of what looks like the highly anticipated Knights of Ren. Here are the Knights of Ren here at the bottom left-hand side. Unfortunately, all the excitement was for nothing because Mark Hamill quickly chimed in on Twitter to debunk the faked poster. I'm telling you, man, there's so much fake news with Star Wars. It's frustrating. Mark Hamill goes doubtful. It looks like the work of UPF, which is Ultra Passionate Fan. So can you tell us if this poster is official? Mark Hamill says, I'm pretty sure that's just the wonderful work of a passionate fan. So yeah, they look, it is good work, but other people pointed out it just isn't, it's just not up to standard. So this poster is a hoax for people who are asking. A lot of people saying, Ethan, what do you think of it? I was disappointed with it when I saw it, even though I really like the color scheme of like white and light blue and then deep reds. I like the way it looks. The poster offered me nothing to get excited about except for C-3PO with a bowcaster and the Knights of Ren. So I'm hoping to see Rose Tico. I'm hoping to see Rada the Hutt. I'm hoping to see Lando Calrissian. I want to see some better stuff on the official poster. And at this point, I think we're going to have to wait until Star Wars Celebration to get anything that's genuine, official, trailer, title, all of that stuff. That's coming up in 2 weeks. So stay tuned. I will do so many reports from Star Wars Celebration. I will. My role in Star Wars Celebration is going to be to go to panels, film everything. They're not going to let you live stream in there because there's no, from what I understand, there's going to be no Wi-Fi. But I will film everything, and I will go outside and I will upload it as fast as possible, recorded video, so that it'll seem like I'm live streaming, and you guys will not miss a thing. Dr. Meatball says, "What's with the echo?" That's still Billy. I can't.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm echoing. I don't know. I have no idea. That's okay. All right, so back to Cyberpunk Blood Honey.
My mic should be coming tomorrow. It's Amazon Prime. That should be coming tomorrow. So
that's going to change your life. It really is. Billy Tucci and John Brolia's Zombie Sama is at 1987. That was a good year.
Yeah, it was a great year. Oh my God,
really good year. That was like Bon Jovi's "Slippery When Wet."
Yes.
Living on a Prayer.
Yeah, I saw Bryan Adams at Madison Square Garden. That's the year I met my wife. I kissed her for the very first time on August 23rd, 1987.
I was in 7th grade. That was the space shuttle blew up in
86. Yeah, January 26th, I believe, right?
Yeah, I just remember I was in 6th grade. I came in from the playground, and the teacher said, we said, "Did you guys watch the space shuttle go up?" And she thought we said blow up, and she yelled at us, "7 people just died, you assholes."
Oh.
And we're like, we're just kids, like, what? It was really upsetting.
You think?
All right,
that was terrible. I was actually, it was a winter break for college for me, and I was working for a house painter, and the woman was watching it in the other room, and she just screamed. Ooh. And my boss ran in there. We didn't know if she fell or was attacked, and she's like, "It blew up." And then he called me in, and we just watched it. And it was so sad because the camera, if you watch the news, it was ABC or something. They say it must have been a malfunction. And they went back to Krista McAuliffe's parents, just looking up. Oh. And the mother's like, is that supposed to happen? And you see the father's face, and he knew what happened. And then right when the video was on, when the camera was on her parents, it said, what is it? So and so confirms the spacecraft has exploded.
Yeah,
it was like wow, and it was awful. Just awful.
It was pretty dreadful. We watched it a bunch of times, and you just can't even comprehend, that could happen. And it was all about Krista McAuliffe, the first teacher in space.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. It was supposed to be, I don't know why the teacher was supposed to go to space.
No, and I think it was a really diverse crew as well, because you had Judy Resnick she was another woman that was on it. You had an African-American pilot on it. You know what I mean? So this is all, usually there were guys that look like Neil Armstrong, these old fighter pilots and stuff. And, they started to really include people from all walks of life. And it was, this beauty, you see their great smiling faces as they're walking towards the shuttle, waving to everyone. And then they were gone 90 seconds later after launch.
I'm posting a link. A lot of people are asking where I got my shirt. And they're excited about going to Star Wars Celebration and actually buying some of these kind of Star Wars shirts from Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I'm posting the link in the chat right now. Well, look how big my face is on the screen at that moment. All right, save changes. Oh, wait a second. So
there it is. Okay,
buy you Fandom Menace merch. Okay, buy your Fandom Menace merch. So now the link to Crypto Fashion Collections, Comic Artist Pro Secrets, is in the description. If you want to shop and buy T-shirts. By the way, I keep telling Diversity in Comics this, and he doesn't listen to me. He doesn't listen to me at all. Like, I keep telling him, he's like, I'm going to make my own T-shirts, and I'm going to hand ship them to people. And I'm like, dude, do not do that. Like, all you have to do is drop ship your T-shirts. Just go to Crypto Fashion. They'll do it for you. And for goodness sakes, it's like, just let them do all the work.
Yeah, I'd like to do that myself.
Well, let me show you what we got, Billy. I'm going to share this so that you can see what I'm actually
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah. So here's the page right here. This is Crypto Fashion. If you go here, and the link is in the description, this is all my gear. Okay. This is Soylo, a Soy War Story t-shirt. These come in everything from they can print these on baby onesies, but all the way up to 5XL. People make fun of me and say I wear a 5XL. I don't wear a 5XL. Double XL, maybe mostly XL. Fandom Menace. This is the t-shirt. This is one of the best sellers right now, Billy. If you wear this Fandom Menace t-shirt, it means that you are in opposition to SJW Disney and what they're doing, not only with Star Wars, but with the MCU.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
these shirts are going like crazy. Here's the Cyberfrog t-shirt. Go Get Daddy's Belt is the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. That means it's time to kick some ass. Okay. It's time to kick some ass. Right here, of course, this is a new t-shirt that I haven't even advertised yet. Charming, elegant, eloquent, and humble. So very, very humble. That is me. That is a new t-shirt. Tico, a Soy Wars Story. Plan 9, a Soy Wars Story. This is another good shirt to wear to Star Wars Celebration.
What's the story about Plan 9, if I may ask?
Well, it's the 9th Star Wars movie.
Oh.
And do you remember Plan 9 from Outer Space?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, this is what's interesting about that. Plan 9 from Outer Space was built around a little bit of footage from a deceased actor named Bela Lugosi. Okay. This is the same thing. They built this entire movie around a little bit of leftover footage of Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. They're writing a movie around that.
Oh.
So it literally is. It's like Plan 9 from Outer Space, but not only that, it's coming out. Plan 9 from Outer Space came out in 1959. This movie is literally 60 years. It's like the 60-year anniversary of Plan 9 from Outer Space. So it really does seem like a confluence of events. It's a lot of coincidence there.
And that was repeated. And another nice comparison is I believe that Plan 9 from Outer Space is amongst and overwhelmingly so one of the worst films of all time, or if not the worst film of all time.
That is what people say. Yeah, I actually like it. I like it a lot. This one says, "This better not be porn." That is one of my old catchphrases, I guess, when I was making videos. And I click on links live and say, "This better not be porn." And people wanted that on a t-shirt. So that is here. Super fans can get the look at this ball cap, Billy. The Fandom ball cap. Are you kidding me?
So if that Bryan Young, what's his name? Bryan Young?
Mm-hmm.
If Bryan Young has a panel. You guys have to all wear those hats and those shirts and sit in the front row and get there early. Yeah. I mean, you've got to make a point of it, and you have to forge a plan and synchronize your watches to be outside of that panel. You know what I mean? And when those doors open, you rush and you fight your way in, and you get to the front row and you just stare at him.
Absolutely. These hats are going to give people PTSD. These are the new MAGA caps for Star Wars fans. If you're wearing this, it might as well be red and say "Make America Great Again." Like this is the new hat. And honestly, it's damn stylish. It's a beautiful cap. Those people who bought them really, really, really love these Fandom Menace hats. Then you've got the Salamandroid Cyberfrog fist bump poster. I've got this hanging on the wall behind me. This is huge. It's gorgeous. Beautiful colors. I got mine framed, and it's amazing. So
who colored that?
That's Kyle Ritter.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, it really is epic. And then, of course, here's the thing. All right, so there was this one soy-based, totally sad Disney fan who has a blog, and he said that he was outraged by my channel because he saw a dad with his 2 kids. And the dad was at Disney World with his 2 sons, and he was wearing a Soylo t-shirt. And he's like, how could a father bring a kid to the happiest place on earth, a place without judgment, a place without the toxicity of Ethan Van Sciver, and he's wearing a Soylo t-shirt? What is he teaching those 2 kids? It's a good thing Ethan doesn't make t-shirts in children's sizes.
Oh no,
because they'd be wearing them too. So here's the onesie. I made them for infants. If you would like to let people know at Disney World that your child is not soy-based, your child is a man.
Can you make it? Do they come in black for the babies?
Yeah, they come in all different.
These are badass.
Yeah. You can get a black onesie with Soylo on it. And also, I made sure, because the dad had 2 kids, I made sure that they were in children's sizes, now youth. That was a concern of this guy. He said, these kids were like 11 or 12 years old. He didn't want those kids to grow up to be toxic males. And I said, well, I do want them to grow up to be toxically masculine. Of course. I mean, I'm not their kids. I'm not their father. They're not my kids. But if I could have my say, yeah, they should be wearing Soy Low, a Soy War Story t-shirts to Disney World with their dad. They should all match. So I put them in kid sizes. And now that guy's head exploded. He got very, very upset, but don't say dumb stuff. Good ideas come from, dumb complaints.
Right. Especially when you're not asked. And why are you checking out other people? Why you're at Disney World and you're staring at other people?
Yeah. What is the matter with you? I mean,
my gosh, Jiminy Crickets, something must be done about that weirdo. And I love how you call people weirdos. Most people curse people out, but for a word that's so old and for the most part forgotten, I mean, you brought it back. You call someone a weirdo and it's like a knife to the heart.
Well, they are weird. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, I could call them all kinds of things, but weirdo really sums them up. Creeps, weirdos, degenerates. But anyway, if you feel that way, if this is your kind of thing, if you're excited about going to Star Wars Celebration, or just look, you want to walk around, you want to have a Phantom Menace baseball cap. This is the same kind of cap that I wear. It's not a trucker cap. It's like tight against your head. So it looks very stylish and cool. It looks like you're about to heist. It looks like you're about to pull a bank heist, these hats. That's what I like about them. It looks like you're about to heist a Brinks truck when you wear this hat. It doesn't get better than that. There is not one single guy who does not want to heist a Brink truck. We all think about it.
Indeed.
This is the hat that you would wear if you were going to do that. So there's my plug. We have fun. So
yes, we do. And I am so much fun right now sitting here with you guys. It's great. It's like a party.
People want Laughing Man stuff. By the way, the Laughing Man logo is on the sleeve. So I might make a Laughing Man shirt, but the Laughing Man logo is there on the sleeve. It is official merchandise if it's got the Laughing Man on it. All right. So look, Zombie Sama is now floating at $19,097, $973.
Wow, so we're almost at
20. We're almost at 20. Almost at 20.
Wow. Well, thank you guys. I don't have to say, if anyone, like I said, if anyone does pledge, you come up to me and tell me, and you'll get a free sketch card, illustrated by me as well. So if you guys wouldn't mind putting us over 20 grand, that would be super and make me feel I have some self-worth.
The next person who backs this campaign is going to put this campaign over 20,000. The next person that does it is going to bust that balloon. I can't wait.
Oh, and then they can come up to me and say, I'm the one who put you up over $20,000. And that's someone I'll never forget.
Yeah, absolutely. Cyberfrog Blood Honey is still here as well. The link is in the description below. $113,191. Thank you. A couple more people backed. I do appreciate you. And let's just see. I mean, at this point, 20,000 for your first day, your first completed day.
Yeah. And thank you. And for our little zombie comic that could. I know it's not she. I know it's nothing that people really know of. I know John is a mostly unknown artist, and I am humbled by each and every one of you who did come out and pledged and shared it and just supported me and giving it the shout outs on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all that. You guys are wonderful. Just thank you so much. Wonderful. You really made my day, and I don't want to dominate too much of your time, but I do want to stay on, and I do want to see this thing turn over 20 grand.
I do too. I really want to see that. King KDI says, "Hey Ethan, will Billy have more tiers? Stretch goals would be good." Well, stretch goals are a good idea. I think we should probably think about $25,000 having like a stretch goal. Maybe
we do have we have a $20,000 stretch goal, which is our Zombie Sama vinyl sticker, all weather sticker. Okay. If you scroll down on the page, you'll see it. That it's and once we hit that 20 grand, everyone who's bought a physical tier, who actually pledged for something physical, not the digital book, obviously, because we can't ship out a sticker, gets the free sticker as well. So you get this, they get the sticker. They've already gotten the golden linen woodblock trading card. And maybe we'll add another one at 25,000. But I think, Ethan, with 15 days from now, with 15 days to go, your people, your fans will push us over that top.
I think so. Now people are saying, "Hey, we did it. We got you over 20." Well, I keep refreshing it. I'm not seeing it yet, guys. I'm not seeing the 20 yet. You have to understand. I refresh. I know I'm refreshing. No. Still not. People are like, but we're backing it. Why isn't it moving? I don't know. Maybe Indiegogo is slow, but I am very excited about seeing it flip to 20. It's still not there, guys. It'll take a little while. Brian Urso said, I just paid the $30 tier. Brian, thank you, but it hasn't registered yet.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much.
The entire chat is saying, refresh it.
Refresh it. Let me go on. I'm having more fun with the anticipation watching yours and watching it live on Comic Artist Pro Secrets.
And it just flipped. $20,073. Thank you, guys. Thank you. James Trammell says, Ethan, you're skipping chats. Let's take a minute. You guys, if you haven't yet backed, do that now. I'm going to read these super chats. We got to read super chats, but thank you so much for getting Billy to $20,073 tonight.
We are 200% funded. Ethan, if I may stick around for a little bit and just listen to and hear you read off your super chats.
Absolutely, yeah.
Again, I don't want to crash your party. I'm just having too much gosh darn fun here.
Yeah.
Give me 5 more minutes and I'll leave you. But I just want to stay on because I'm so appreciative that you guys actually did do this. And I love interacting with your fans. Don Tucci is grateful.
Absolutely. Antoine Dennison says, EVS, that microphone is phallic. I keep saying that. Avi Fagan, thanks for $1. Mike Jenkins says, fat victory spliff on deck. Albino Thunderbun says, Ren has reached Monty Python levels of absurdity. Shaku Forever says, how does Twitter know what misgendering is when blue hairs themselves can't even agree on a single definition with a finite number of genders? LMAO. Umbrella Guy's here. Umbrella Guy says, Ren, quote, I'm a lady on Twitter. Twitter says, to hell with that, LOL. Kleindropper says, Rainbow Brood is a bit on the chubby side. Mark C says, enjoyed the Billy Tucci live stream. Normally, boomerism makes me crazy. Billy makes being a boomer endearing. Jose M says, Lord of the Cucks. Jeffrey Collins, thanks for $5. Shaku Forever, thanks for $2. Thank you for uploading streams, Daddy Ethan. For those of you who are here who missed the earlier part of the stream, just so you know, I went through my channel today all the way back to last May, and all of the live streams that were made private are now public. So people wanting to go back and listen to old streams, especially old Comicsgate streams that were private, are now public. I did all that for you guys. So all that new material is available for you guys to listen to now. And I listen to you. Okay. I listen to you. Mark C says, keep the live streams up, put them on your second channel so it won't mess with your algorithm. To hell with my algorithm. I'm going to, let you guys have this stuff right where it belongs on Comic Artist Pro Secrets. And whatever happens, happens. I'm very fortunate. I almost have 116,000 subscribers. I'm pretty good where I'm at right now. Young Dark Vader says, remember when you went to Orlando with the soy pants? That stream is available again. That's up there again. James Trammell says, Caesar, when you set up Zach's Crypto Fashion, you have to include a Jawbreakers logo t-shirt and watch cap if they do those. It's a must-have. A watch. Okay, yeah. I'll do it. Earth Citizen 09 says, Caesar, I hope your time at Star Wars Celebration is uneventful. Jeremy Hambley, I think, would agree with me. I live in Chicago, but can't attend sadly. Oops, doxed myself, LOL. Well, whatever happens, happens. Again, if somebody wants to punch me in the face, I'll make a lot of videos about it. So, that's the way it goes. Jake Foley, I don't think that's going to happen. Jake Foley goes, poor Andrea is probably upstairs wondering why her husband is in the basement sobbing at full volume. Yeah, though. She understands. She listens. Jackie Forever goes, what a bunch of effing soy gobbling weirdos. Narwhal Books is here. Great artist. He says, litigate titties. Jeremy Jones, Paranormals returns tonight on Brian Shearer's channel. See you there. Jason Stevens says, Uncle E is the reason the Orsons Martians invaded New Jersey. Jared Mitchell says, hey, EVS, I found your channel through your interviews with Chuck Dixon. Jay Dodd says, going to Star Wars Celebration to talk about Star Trek. Zoibod says, I do drugs because Brian Young touched me in my bum. Allegedly. Jake Foley says Brian Young is an anagram for a bunny orgy. The Buzz General says Venus and Dicks out for Dixon. Thank you. By the way, I gave him that whole slogan. Chuck Dixon, Dicks out for Dixon. He doesn't like it, but everyone loves Dicks out for Dixon. Lama Giganti says kicking is mean. Defenestrate Nasser. Star Wars Radios here says I bought one of your signed Peterson books off your eBay page. Just wondering if you noticed yet. I did notice. I'm sending it out. Thunderbird, thanks for $2.99. Raging Goblin says shout out to Andrew Sharapar's Hero and Vinny Tardamellos through the woods on Indiegogo. Russ C, thanks for $1. Nasser Rabadi, again, I'll read your super chat one more time. 8 days left for Trixie Kane Blood Reaper on Indiegogo. Russ C, another $1. Thank you. Gip Rider says poor Mike. Laser Pants Toy Junk says, hey, Uncle E, are you going to get hella drunk at Patty Mac's in Chicago? I am. Nah, not hella drunk because I'm an old man. I'm going to have a couple of beers with you guys and sign whatever you have and just have a good time with my friends. Mazamonti says, just bought your Fandom Menace tee. Billy seems like a lovely man. What's your channel name, Billy?
Oh, my channel name is, we have two of them. I have the one that says Billy Tucci, which is called Drawing Fire. And then I have our crowdfunding comics YouTube channel, which EVS will be on tomorrow.
Yes, I'm going to be on there at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
6 p.m. Is that when you want to go on?
That's what you said. I have it on my
we said
calendar.
6, and then I think we said 8, but whatever's easier
I'll
for
move
you.
it up to 8. No,
yeah, I think 8 p.m. is better. Okay, 8 p.m.
Rodent Slayer says, where is Rose Tico in episode 9? No Tico, we riot. I agree. Also, A Song of Mice and Fur is live on Indiegogo, and The Land of the Mouse, The Three-Eyed Cat is king. Yeah, the thing about that Star Wars poster is Rose Tico was not on it, and that doesn't make any sense. So we know it's fake because there's no Tico. Pixel Trader says, all hail Don Tucci. Queen B is here. Oh, hi, B. She says, from Long Island to Pennsauken and back again. New York Yankees, baby. Angel leads the way. Comicsgate, Field of Dreams. Funding Comicsgate Comics, making dreams come true. EVS and Billy Hart. Well, thank you, B. Eric Lavoie says, tell Billy too much merch on his Indiegogo. Kiss.
Duly noted. Duly noted. Thank you.
Drop the PDFs. Paper is king. It was not clear which is a printed copy. Yeah, PDFs, in my opinion, are last stop. We don't want to sell those right now because they're too easy to pirate and bootleg. Make people buy the object. Okay. And then last run will be digital. You know, that's like basic cable for free. That's when they get to see the movie. But first, you sell the hell out of it first, you know. No
PDFs. All right, indeed.
Eloquent Sarcasm says, we who are about to fund salute you. New Caesar motto for the Legion.
That's great. That's great.
Antoine Dennison says, hey, Tucci, is Jeff Zapata still in your circle?
I miss Jeff Zapata. I love him like a brother. He works at Topps. He's in the city. I do see Jeff at comic conventions, and we hang out, and it's like a day hasn't passed. But it's really been a month of Sundays since I've seen him, and I'm sad. It makes me sad. If you know Jeff Zapata, tell him I love him and I miss him.
James Trammell says, hope to see Billy at Denver Comic-Con again this year. Backer number 364. EVS, you missed my previous super chat about Zach's Crypto Fashion Store. Okay, I think I'm caught up with it now, though. So James is going to see you at Denver Comic-Con.
I'm not going to be at Denver Comic-Con this year. I apologize for that. We'll be at Heroes Con in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yep. So.
Steen Metal says, I have received the 3 drawings I bought at this previous auction. Oh, because he lives in Europe. He said they're in perfect condition. You used a tough backing board. Yeah, I get my artwork to you safely. I put it on a hard tack board so that there's no possible way the artwork's going to be bent or damaged. If you buy even the crummiest drawing for me that I did with my foot, you are going to get it received. You're going to receive it against a tough backing board that's going to get it to you flat. Sketch Therapy says, you guys have great conversations. First name, last name says, it feels like, okay, I read that one too. Read that one. I'm trying to catch up to where I'm at here. Cross Comics says, hey, Ethan, can you have the guys from Hero on IGG on your show soon? They need to get funded. If people could check out my channel, I would love that. So Cross Comics. Seamaster Flex says, zombies were prophesied in the Bible, Revelations 9 verses 3-6. Way scarier than the mindless undead, intelligent undead. Yeah, that is scary.
That is.
I think my bees are kind of like zombies in a way. You know, that's my zombie fantasy is being lived out through Cyberpunk Blood Honey. Let's see. Ian House says, by the way, Ethan, I congratulated you on Twitter, but let me also say here, congratulations on passing 2,000 backers. I did. Yeah, 2008 backers. Wow, I didn't notice that. Over 12,000 total. 12,000 backers. James Trammell gives me $10 to say, you missed my last 2 super chats, CVS. Maybe the son being blinded himself. LOL. Oh, James, yeah, as I go back and read them, you know, sometimes I'll read them live if I just happen to see them, but I make sure that I go back and read everything. So don't worry. If you send me money to read a super chat, I'm going to read your super chat. Zaid Comics says, I just followed Billy. I put a cool animation for Magic Cop on Twitter, going from pencils to final page. Check out our 80s crime fantasy at Zaid Comics.
Cool.
Luke Hendon says, got Zombie Sama and a Salamandroid poster today. Can't wait for them. Ooh, enjoy. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you as well for me. Thank you.
Mr. Malangi says, your soy boy voice sounds just like the guy from Choosing Beggars videos, shrill female voice. Dude, Choosing Beggars is the funniest YouTube channel, but I can only take so much of it, and I just start to get depressed. Choosing Beggars is a guy who reads, Billy, you'll really enjoy this. He reads Reddit and like Twitter things where, let's say you're out there, you're like trying to sell your TV, and you're like, hey, my TV is $200, and somebody will say, well, listen, you know, can you just give it to me? You know, my mom's sick and blah blah blah. And you go, no, I really need $200 for it. I'm sorry. And then they just scream at you, F you then, you scumbag. Like, and he reads all of these real like messages from people. It's like you worry that society is really are being for things. Or somebody will go like this. Somebody will go, I need to borrow a car to go to the baseball game this weekend. And you go, well, somebody responds to him and goes, well, you can have my car for the weekend if you return it, blah, blah, blah. And they go, what kind of car is it? And you go, it's a Hyundai. And they go, fuck you, I'm not driving a Hyundai. Like, that's the state of the world right now. Choosing Beggars.
Choosing
Bryan
Beggars. I got to go on that. Oh, my God. Choosing Beggars.
Yeah, it's so funny. Let's see. So Brian Urso says, I just paid the $30 tier. Brian, I think you're the guy who flipped over Zombie Sama. So thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for that. Fuck you. I'm not driving a Hyundai.
You're begging to borrow someone's car, and the car isn't good enough for you. Soyberfrog2, thanks for $10, says there is still hardcover sketch and John Brolia sketch covers available. Get them. And Billy, are there still She Way of the Warrior 25th edition books available?
Oh yes, we have about we made a limited edition to 250 editions. And I think we have about 50 left. They went on sale. We did a one-night sale last Thursday night or Friday night, and they blew out. But I think we have 50 left. If you just go to billytucci.com, it's there. We're rebuilding our website right now, but I put that one up. So if you go to billytucci.com, you'll see it.
Yeah.
And thank you. It's $25 plus shipping. There's shipping on that, believe it or not. And there's only 250 editions. And all books come signed by me.
Sidoru Legacy says, I have a Hyundai. I like it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm just saying these people are a-holes. I mean, it's so fun. But that's literally one of the things that happens on Choosing Beggars. And you can listen to it. He'll go through like 6 of those. And you'll watch 3 episodes of it. And then you go, like, I'm done laughing and now I'm just scared. You know,
yeah.
Like, man, people are mentally ill. Gimp Rider says, is your trip to Michael still up? Yeah, it is. It is. That's a popular video, Billy. One of the earliest videos that I did when I started my YouTube, I really wanted to do helpful videos for young artists. So I realized that people always ask me, like, what kind of supplies do you use, you know, to draw comics? What are professional supplies? And that's a question I got asked so much. And you know, I buy most of my supplies from the internet. You know, it's like,
yeah.
But if you have a Michaels in your town, you know, you can get the stuff that you need to do comic books professionally. So I took a camera in there and I showed everybody exactly what they should buy, in my opinion, to do an entire comic book, like all the supplies they need for under $100.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
that video did for under $100, and you going through all the aisles and everything. Yep, I absolutely remember that. That was a great one.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Yeah, so that one is still available. If you haven't seen that one, and you know, I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's probably one of my most popular videos. So go take a look, and you get a glimpse of Ava from a year and a half ago when she was still kind of small. Black Wolf Senpai says, "Hey there, sorry I'm late." Well, it's good to have you, even late.
Hello, Black Wolf.
Yeah, Mr. V says, "Thanks for the live streams, Ethan. Congrats, Billy."
Thank you, my friend. Ethan, I just want to say I checked, and right now we are at 20,138 THX 1138. And we had a total of 440 backers through our 28-day Kickstarter campaign. And right now, thanks to you, we're at 404 backers in a little over 24 hours.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is phenomenal. Actually, a phenomenal success for your first day. I'm always concerned about the first like 24 hours of a campaign. That's when really like people get excited about it and the word gets out. This is a respectable start. I'll bet, if you kept your campaign open for an entire month, we could get you to 6 figures. Wow. I think we can get you to 6 figures.
Well, we'll do that with she for sure.
Okay.
Definitely. All right. And I know it's she because I have people, of how established she is, and I mean, there's 100 issues of she out and she's crossed over with everybody. And but I was nervous about this too. But let's back to you. I apologize.
No. We'll get she right. She will be. This is your learning curve, and then she's going to be perfect. Let's see. Stalin Falcon says, "Why no Indiegogo edition of the Defiant Jane variant? That cover is delicious."
Oh, really? Now there's a beautiful black and white edition, the original black and white version of that. But again, we're adding another tier. Asha's drawing for the cover is beautiful. Just a black and white drawing. I'll see if we can put that up.
Mm-hmm.
And Asha's amazing. She's a Dutch artist, and her name is Asha Kishna, and she's on Facebook and she's on Instagram. And if you check her out, you won't believe her art. It's wonderful, really wonderful.
Awesome. Let's see. Theocrat of Poontang, what a great name, says, "Hail Caesar, give Gary B at Nerdrotic some love. He got a copyright strike today. He got another one today. Great YouTuber. You should have him on your show someday." Yeah,
no copyright strike, Ethan.
Oh, okay. So you got to be careful on YouTube. You can, if you use somebody else's material, copyrighted material, in one of your videos in a non-transformative way, you'll get a copyright strike, which makes it impossible for you to live stream. And if you use a bit of music, like I use the opening to Hello, in my opening, and sometimes I'll lose money for that. Like they'll take a portion of my earnings and send them over to Ice Cube, which is fine with me. But for the most part, if I were to run Ice Cube's entire music video, and didn't talk over it or didn't transform it in some way, then I would get a copyright strike. The video might get taken down. It might, I certainly wouldn't make any money for it, and I might lose my ability to live stream. So that's I don't know what Nerdrotic got copyright struck for, but it's not a good situation. Timecode Mechanic says, "Addicted to choosing beggars and entitled parents." Oh, I haven't seen Entitled Parents.
Oh my God, I'm writing that down right now. Entitled Parents.
That sounds fun.
It does.
Razdoc says, "I backed A Child Is Born years ago when it didn't fund. Any plans for a second try?"
Yes, we are doing that. Child Is Born did hugely well. That was my retelling of the Christmas story, or just the telling of the Christmas story. And I had partners, and that was our very first Indiegogo. My partners, they were running the whole thing, and we wanted to reprint it and make it a real prestige format. But they wanted to make, they wanted $30,000. And I'm like, that's a lot of money for a reprint of a book. And we were adding a couple of extra pages to it. But yes, actually, my wife and I were talking about that last Sunday, and we will be putting that out in 2020. And hopefully we'll be doing another book to add to it called Blessed Are They, and it's about the Beatitudes and the Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned for that.
Gimp Rider says, "Real boomer here, 67 years old, gonna try learning to draw." Good.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
Never too late.
Midnight Images, thanks for $10, says, "I used that Michael's vid last summer to get my supplies when you got me back into drawing. Got everything you got plus an extra pad, all for $65. Beat you by $20. I filmed it. I should make a vid." Good. Yeah, I didn't use any coupons. A lot of people were saying Michael's has like great coupons. You could actually get all that stuff for even less. And I said, yeah, but I'm just going to assume that nobody has a coupon. That was the purpose of the video. Like get your supplies for what it's probably going to cost. Ian Howe says, "Hey, Billy, this is a controversial question. Do you feel like David Mack ripped you off, or did Kabuki come first?"
No, I do not. No, Kabuki actually debuted in the Razor She special back in 1994 when Everett Hartsoe had reprinted my character. He reprinted the book and the story I had written for. She first appeared in the Razor Annual in 1994, early 94, like January. That's the first appearance of she, and it was a story that I illustrated and drew. I'm sorry, wrote and drew, and it was 12 pages, and then it ended, and then the next story was going to be next year. The success of She was so big by the summer of 1994 that he decided to reprint my story and have someone else reprint my original 12 pages and have someone else draw the remaining 12 pages or 10 pages of the story, and without my permission. And I actually sued him, and Diamond, I got all the money from Diamond. But yeah, that was a black cloud. I haven't seen Everett. I don't even know if he's still around or anything. But we made up. It was just one of them things. Some guys are, they see an opportunity, they just take it. Damn the torpedoes. But no, but Kabuki actually debuted in that book, and I love David Mack. I think he's a great friend. I think he's a great creator. I think he's a wonderful human being. But no, it's completely different. I think people, I'm sure he's upset because a lot of people came to him and thought it was a ripoff of She because of how successful She was, but it has absolutely nothing to do with She, nothing alike. I think he created it a year or two before She even came out. So no, absolutely, I love him and I love the character.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yep.
All right, so Billy's at 20. Let me screen share this, and we'll take one last look at this. And then I've been on for, it doesn't feel like it, but I've been on for 2.5 hours, so I'm going to get back to work. I know time goes by real quick. Cyberfrog Blood Honey is sitting at this point, $113,306. Thank you guys for all of the backing and support. It's nice to see that number change.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't backed it, make sure to back Cyberfrog. You've still got some time, if you're waiting to get paid or something like that, you've still got plenty of time to back Cyberfrog. You don't have as much time to back Billy Tucci and John Brolia's Zombie Sama, however, so get on that. $20,223, heading up towards that $25,000 mark, which is where I want to see this campaign sometime tomorrow. We'll get it there. If you're listening to this in a replay, the link is in the description still for all of these books, and also my Comic Artist Pro Secrets merchandise. Make sure that you order soon if you want to wear it to Star Wars Celebration, or even wear it around, because you're not going to Star Wars Celebration, pointedly so. Thanks for all of your support, guys. Thank you for backing my friend Billy and Debbie's project here. We all appreciate you.
And I appreciate you, EVS, and I appreciate your legions. I love your legions. You guys have really given us a light. You guys have been instrumental in a life-changing event for us right now. So thank you so much. Look at this. This is my friends calling in because they see me online and they know I'm online, and then they call in.
Well,
they really do. They do it all the fucking time. So anyway, I gotta go. So anyway, so thank you guys so much. I think you're all wonderful. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, EVS will be on Crowdfunding Comics, our YouTube channel, by my partner Niall Scala and I. And EVS, if I may, will you be drinking your Scottish beer?
Yeah, I'll have a beer. Sure. I don't want to drink too many.
That beer again? No. Tomorrow night.
Innis, INNIS, and Gun with 2 N's.
I am going to go and buy myself some of that tomorrow, and I'm going to have a beer with you.
Enjoy. You'll love it. King KDI says Nerdrotic is great. Also backed for Billy. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it. And with that, we're going to say goodnight, guys. Lots of other people are live streaming. I want to give them their chance, their audience. I send you guys over to them, and I love you all. Thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow with some more content. Take care.